Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the second match of the Champions Cup that we are covering on the channel. This one might end up being a little bit one-sided as Leinster taking on Bath in what should be an interesting contest. It's the top of the URC taking on the bottom of the Premiership. My voice, as you guys can hear, is almost gone already, but hopefully you are all doing well and you are all excited for this matchup that we are about to see. Looking through quickly at the home side of Leinster, they have got James Lowe in their backline, who was able to have a very good match up against the All Blacks. Also, Hugo Keenan, Jordan Lamar in that backline, Gary Ringrose alongside with Frawley in the midfield, and then number 10, they have gone with Ross Byrne, and that is due to the injury of Johnny Sexton, and Jamison Gibson-Park gets the start at 9. Then looking through, Caelan Doris, the player of the tournament for the whole kind of autumn international scene. He was able to do extremely well for himself. Also, they have got Reece Riddick, and then Josh Van den Fleur, who was going very nicely as well. Tyke Furlong, Ronan Kelleher, and Andrew Porter, make up the front row, and they are all very talented players and all have a lot of potential to be able to get themselves maybe a try each almost into this game as well. We have got there how many squiggles muppets will we get as well, and how many yawns. ZJ, I'm not sure how many yawns we will get, but I know that my voice at the moment does not sound flash at all. Looking through at the starting lineup that Bath have decided to go with for this one, I will quickly change this so that you guys can see the massive inflatable fellow. He is not in the corner anymore. Rakataguni, one other players to watch out for in the back line of Bath. And also, it's going to be tough for them. That's the thing. They haven't got a few of their key players that they normally would have, such as a Sam Underhill, such as an Anthony Watson out on the wing either. And it's just going to be that little bit tougher for them. We have got the Ali Hills that said, hey, as well, welcome in to the live stream. Hope you are doing well and hope you are excited for this match of the Champions Cup. And these sides, they are going to be very talented indeed. We have also got the game taking place at the exact same time between Leicester Tigers and Bordeaux. We will be watching both of these games simultaneously, and I will be keeping you guys updated with the score in that other fixture as well. But yeah, it should be a very good one. That one actually, I feel like will be the closer of the two games. They've got a good back line for themselves with Bryce Hegarty actually starting as Johnny Sexton not playing, says Sebastian, not for this game. He is going to be still a little bit injured, I believe, or they might just be resting him at this point of time, but he is not going to be there for them, which does mean now Ross Byrne gets the early opportunity for them as well. Hello, what a great match ahead for Leinster today. Your voice seems strange, James, as well, says Kevin. Yeah, pretty much not speaking for a couple hours, then to go to speaking, it does decide that it doesn't like me too much. So hopefully it does stick around throughout this match. Fingers crossed anyway that we will be able to make it right through this matchup without too many problems as well. But they are just showing the replacements. Michael Alatoa will actually be there off the bench. Ayardi as well, says Katie Dixon. And also, hello, Leinster 50 to 10 points as well for that one. But they are showing their Leinster. They are about to make their way out onto the field. I will show you guys the replacements that these two sides have gone with as well for this one. We will go like this and we will go like this. Right, I have now got sound in my eardrums. Bath, this is going to be a monumental challenge for them. They're at the AVIVA Stadium, and you've got a side in Leinster who are definitely going to be tough to beat, definitely with this bench as well. You got Sheehan Keeley and Alatoa as your front row replacements with Devon Toner as well there. Luke McGrath slotting in nicely as well for a Leinster, or finally a Leinster game is being shown on TV in the USA, and welcome in everyone. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Cheers for your support as well, says Sebastian there, and it is hugely appreciated all you guys being here. Jamison Gibson-Park is it going to be out on the field as well for Leinster, and Johnny resting. Don't need him this week. Back next Friday as well, says Richard Dan. Also, who do you support in the Premiership, says Daniel Lewis. I quite like watching the Harlequins play, as well as Leicester is another side that I am quite a fan of in terms of the way that they do play their rugby as well. And also, we've got their long time. You've been away. Nice to hear you as well, says Kevin there in the chat. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who is scoring the opening try of this match. In terms of the exact player, I'm going to say it will be straight away Ronan Kelleher, who will be able to get himself the first try of this match. But Andrew Porter, he is also a player who I would say, you know, he's all but there in terms of who I think will be able to score this one. But Bath, they will be kicking off from left, right, and what will be an extremely tough matchup for them in this one. But the Premiership, they are sitting at the bottom, sitting on only the 4 points. My voice is not liking me too much. I'm wondering whether or not, well, hopefully it does warm up by the end of this live stream, or else maybe I might have to skip the next couple just because of physically not being able to sound like I can say words. Have you been to Leicester? It's a rough city as well, says Daniel. It may be a rough city, but they are very good with their rugby, and they are sitting top of the table undefeated. We have got there. Thanks, man. Good to be back as well, says Katie Dixon, live from the AVIVA Stadium here. Leinster taking on Bath in the first match for both of these sides in their Champions Cup. Who is going to be able to get the win? That is a big question, but it will be Leinster who will be receiving the kickoff here. Welcome back, Katie Dixon. And also, dear Hamish, voice sound bad ouch as well. Says that Kevin, it is going to be kicked off nicely, and it is taken nicely by Leinster. They're almost wearing a little bit of a dark blue kit, I do see here, rather than the usual blue that they have got for themselves. A little bit of a gold trim as well. It's going to be rolling forward here nicely for them, and it looks like it will be in the hands of Jamison Gibson-Park, who does put the boot to ball, I should say, there. And it has gone into touch. Bath decide against taking it quickly. But what we will be doing as well at the same time is I will be letting you guys know exactly who is going to be scoring the tries in the other match. Welcome back, Mick Dixon, as well. And there, welcome back, Katie Dixon. Hope you're well, lass, as well. Oh, they're actually going right back to where that one was kicked from. Jamison Gibson-Park. They have said that he did take it back into the 22. So because of it now, it will be a Bath line out just inside of the 22 of Leinster. And this is a little bit of good early pressure for them as well. And also we have got that woke up so groggy, but I'm here as well. And also to lose 39 Cardiff 7, a very wet, not a great game as well. And Leinster 100, 1 to 200 with the bookies for this match. Unbelievable as well, says Mauricio. I believe Bath we're paying $61 here in New Zealand, but they just feel that Leinster, they have got a class above the other side here for Bath. They are sitting bottom of the premiership, which I think is why they are also ending up in that situation. They've got the advantage, though, Bath. They might be able to take the early lead here, but you would think that three-pointers will not be enough for them to be able to get themselves the win. Tom Ellis now good attacking run from the big blindside flanker. Looking to the short side, Spencer tries to pick a gap. Not quite able to go straight through, though, and it is still going to be available now on the side of Bath. They are sitting just outside of the 22, and it is going to be going back for the penalty in favour of the Bath side there. We have got their 70 cents on them at those odds as well. Says J. I mean, if I had 70 cents in my TAB account, maybe I would consider it. But yeah, $61 for them to win this matchup. They are kicking for the corner by the looks of it here, but they just need to form a little bit of early pressure. We've seen a couple upsets in the past up against Leinster. They are actually taking on the 3 points here rather than going for the corner. We have got their lock 80 as well, says Jay Hayes. But I do apologise in advance for the way that my voice sounds. Unfortunately, I've drunk a whole heap of water and it still doesn't really like me too much. So hopefully it does stick around for the rest of this one as well. And love it, J70 cents as well. Says Richard there on the chat, but it is going to be kicked here by the number 10, Orlando Bailey, who is getting the opportunity. And there have been a few injury problems for Bath in recent history. It looks like it will be Bordeaux who will be able to take themselves an early lead in this matchup as well, up against Leicester, who are sitting top of the table. So it's kind of weird. We're seeing top of the table Leicester in one game up against Bordeaux, and we're seeing bottom of the table Bath up against Leinster in this match as well. And that is going to be extremely tough for Bath, but they might be able to take an early lead here. And Whiskey helped lubricate the throat mate as well, or helps lubricate the throat mate as well, says Jay. It's kicked nicely, struck well, and now Bath, they have been able to get themselves a 3-point lead. No one would have predicted that they would be leading this match up against Leinster, but Leinster, they are certainly a side who they won't mind 3 points against them here. They will go back and they will probably get themselves a full 7 on the board in a very short moment. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who's scoring the first try of this match. The voice sounds like it's starting to warm up, which is very good. Okay, I jinxed it too much. Unfortunately, I did try and push it a little bit too hard, and it did end up almost completely going away. But now Ross Byrne kicking this one off for Leinster. Once again, only the 3 minutes into this game so far between the two sides, lining it up nicely for Bath, and they have been able to take it down. And I believe it was Charlie Yules who was able to grab that one for them. They have taken that one back into the 22, and that all kind of came the original pressure from taking it back into their own 22 there for Leinster, and they'll respond with a try definitely as well. And if match could end now, Bath will win as well. Says Kevin, yeah, if the match was only 3 minutes, they would get themselves a victory. But of course, they've got the full 80 that they've got to try and survive up against the ruthless side in Ireland's Leinster, who will just keep on pushing you throughout the full 80 minutes. Now it's going to be Ross Byrne, good backline movement opening up here for them. A little bit of draw and pass from Leinster, but it does end up going loose, and Josh Van der Fleur is able to jump on it. Jamison Gibson-Park now going to the short side. Good bit of draw and pass. Ringrose out to James Lowe now. Ball on the inside. Jamison Gibson-Park. He is going to score the try for Leinster, and they've been able to get it straight away. That is how you answer back up against a Bath side who did just get the 3 points. It's Jamison Gibson-Park who was able to score it there. And now Leinster, they have been able to take the lead in this one. They are sitting on 5 points compared to the 3 points of Bath. So doing very nicely, Jamison Gibson-Park. 4th European Cup try and his 30th appearance as well for them there. At the moment, Bordeaux, they are looking very sharp in the early stages. Cameron Walkie flying down the wing for them as well. Promising start for Bath. No, forget it, what I said as well. Says Mauricio, and try. And at that one as well, we have got the match good in now. Bath will win, and also try for Leinster. Jamison Gibson-Park, and also it was James Lowe. We're able to link up nicely with each other. James Lowe just running hard down the wing. Good inside ball to Jamison Gibson-Park. We did have a brilliant support line. Scores it in the corner. And now this won't be the easiest kick in the world for Leinster here, but they are certainly going to be happy to be able to have this lead back after the 5 minutes of the early stages of this one. But I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And Tyke is on the World Team of the Year. First try a New Zealand man as well, says Richard there. And yeah, Jamison Gibson-Park also linking up with James Lowe, who had quite a bit of experience playing in New Zealand for the Chiefs and whatnot. I think I actually signed him in one of my career modes, if I'm not wrong there. I think it was the Highlanders that I signed him for. Ross Byrne just not quite striking that one to perfection. Goes out to the right-hand side, and that will remain at 5 points for Leinster and 3 to Bath here in the early stages of the match as well. He's a good kicker, Ross Byrne, as well. Says Maurice there, just inside of the Bordeaux 22. They have received the ball. Getting into Dutch commentator's curse as well there, says that Katie Dixon. But yeah, Jamison Gibson-Park, very good run across field to be able to score himself that try there for his side. I didn't realise that 7 hours of straight cricket live streams and then taking an hour or two break would do this to my voice. Like normally I can talk and talk and talk, but it's normally as long as you keep that momentum going. It's a penalty in favour of Leinster. It was Andrew Porter who was able to get straight on that one. Leicester is too powerful. This is probably second team side play both as well. Yeah, Leicester, they certainly do have a all-out just pace of elusive unit, I should say, as well there with Freddie Stewart. I believe he is playing in that one. Alice Gens just put down the ball, which is something we don't normally get to see, but good kick downfield from Leinster, and they are looking to score themselves perhaps another one. They need 4 tries for the bonus point in this format of the Champions Cup. Top 8 teams from the 12 in the pool do go through to the round of 16 as well, and that is exactly what both of these sides will be after. But Leinster so far in the breakdown, they have been looking sharp, and they have been looking like a side who might be able to make it through to the final. I would say, imagine the final of Leinster taking on either Racing 92, who do look very good at the moment, or maybe even Toulouse, a French side. We might get to see Leinster versus Munster. Who knows what we will be getting in this one, but it is going to be very exciting. 4 tries bonus point format, it is indeed. So in the other one, it is 3 or more tries ahead of your opponent, but this one, we are sitting at 4 tries bonus point. And by the other one, I do mean the likes of the Bunnings NPC, which we have had recently. Both Challenge Cup and Champions Cup are both based off kind of that situation of 4 tries will get you the bonus point. It's going to be now the scrum reset between the two sides. Just saying there's a bit too much movement there in the front row with Porter, Kelleher, and also Tyke Furlong. Those 3 men, just absolute beasts in the front row for Leinster. And they are certainly, that's the thing. You see them and you go, okay, Leinster, they got a very solid 4-pack. But then you look at the bench as well, and then it doesn't get much weaker for them. So it is one of those ones that if they can use their bench to their advantage, yeah, they should be able to get themselves a decent enough lead in this first half. But Leinster, they are going to have the scrum feed here for their side once again. Jamison Gibson-Park, the try scorer, will be feeding this ball in if it is stable enough. Looks like Andrew Porter, he's gone down in the front row, and that is going to be the penalty in favour of Leinster, though. So a little bit of instability from the front rows at the start of that one. Andrew Porter, and also I believe it was Will Stewart, just having a bit of a face-off there all themselves. Yeah, at the moment, it is going to be interesting to see whether or not that battle, like that's the thing. On one side, it's Tyke Furlong. On the other side, it's Andrew Porter, and Ross Byrne here has decided he wants to kick this one for the corner. Fair play to Leinster. They've decided that rather than taking on the easy 3, we'll go for the corner. We'll see whether or not we can push them and see if we can get ourselves another sneaky try here up against them. But Leicester at the moment, they are huge underdogs in that game for the game up against Bordeaux, fun fact. But Leicester have been looking to, or not too badly, tell you what, saying Leinster and Leicester are going to well and truly confuse me. I can't even say normal words now throughout this one, but I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That's going to be the rolling maul once again, setting up for Leinster just outside of the 22, and it creeps forward nicely 25 metres out, and that's going to be the penalty advantage in favour of Leinster, and that is going to be the penalty now. Jamison Gibson-Park looks like he might consider taking that one quickly. The ball taken away, though, so not quite able to. Gallagher Premiership and URC teams are used to this. The top 14 operate in their 3+ tries compared to your opponent. They're forcing the French to make an effort as well, says Sebastian there. But Ross Byrne now going to be kicking this one into touch, only 5 metres out from the line here. Does my voice, ladies and gentlemen, sound as bad as it does to me? Just do let me know. 3 more tries and Leinster and wrap up before the first half time and bring on the subs and rest for the next week and Leinster Munster game over Christmas as well, says Richard. I did see that for the URC. That's going to be fireworks for that game. That's going to be a loose line out, though, for Leinster, just getting that one a little bit wrong in the locks. And because of it, It is going to be Bath who have got this ball only a few metres out from their own line. Tyke Furlong trying to get out of that breakdown. Had his birthday not too long ago. It was actually in that game up against New Zealand that he almost got himself a big old present of a birthday try, but it was disallowed for the big tight air prop, who, like we mentioned just a little bit earlier on, was actually in the team of the year as well. It doesn't sound bad, Hamish. You just sound tired as well, says Katie Dixon there. The thing is, like, I don't think I'm too tired overall. It is just, like, I think from so much talking, my voice has decided that it doesn't really like me too much. But we have got a few days where it will be slightly quieter, not after this one, but also the next one after that. And also we have got their voice sounds normal as well. And also we have got their just no yawns, which is strange for you as well. And the voice has had better days, but I don't mind it as long as it doesn't irritate your throat too much as well, says Sebastian. I'll see how it's going at the end of this one. I think we will take off. Unfortunately, we might have to take off Ulster versus Clermont, unfortunately, which would be a bit of a shame as I was looking forward. I'll probably end up still watching that match. I just might end up resting the vocal cords for if we do Exeter Chiefs versus Montpellier at 9. If it does come back just a little bit more, Ross Byrne there. Nice backline movement. Hugo Keenan. It's going to be the advantage once again for Leinster. Jameson, Gibson-Park now. Beautiful inside ball. Trying to find the offload. Not able to. And it has gone back for the penalty once again. The knock on. And they were saying that they were offside there for Bath. At the moment, at least the Tigers, they are looking pretty good. Need a Larynx needs, or the Lyrics needs a break as well. And also perhaps Bath. This whole need whole change at coach setup and a few new signings for next season as well, says Kevin there. Yeah, it's going to be tough for them in this Champions Cup, that is for sure. When you're coming in as the lower side in the Premiership, I feel like you definitely do not want to be in that situation. Oh, are they taking the 3 points here? What do they decide to do? They are kicking it for the corner still here, Leinster, so they are going to keep on playing aggressively, which I do like to see. Seems like they really feel that they have a decent chance of being able to get themselves maybe even that bonus point in the first half. We saw it for Racing 92. They got extremely close to that. That one now, it is going to be a 5 metre line out. Ronan Kelleher here needs to make sure that he does get this line out straight, and if he does so, I feel like he's going to score a try. Maurice says his voice sounds all right to me, dude, as well, says Maurice. So that is good news. Hopefully it doesn't sound too raspy or anything along those lines. And it does kind of come and go a little bit. It's going to be a good attack and run forward for the number 6 there. Jamison Gibson-Park. Tyke Furlong, birthday boy from a little while ago, scores himself the try now. Tyke Furlong. And that is going to be the first try of the match for one of the front row of Leinster. And certainly not the last. That is for sure. They're all celebrating. We saw there it was Andrew Porter alongside him who was getting well and truly fired up. Well, that one, but it is awesome to see that he is going to be able to get himself the try. Tyke Furlong. I just mentioned the fact that he did miss out a little while ago, but now scoring that one there, Tyke Furlong, nicely done. Oopsies, I almost just dropped my mouse as well. I don't think I've said oopsies in a little while. I think the last time I actually said oopsies was on the live stream as well, but Tyke Furlong just throwing himself at the line. You're not stopping the big man, Tyke Furlong, from there when he does get going. And it was very nicely done indeed for Leinster. And try, and the Dan, and also try lemon juice or something as well. Says that Kevin, and also we have got there my man, says that Katie Dixon there. Yeah, for Tyke Furlong, very popular with the females, it does seem, from what I have heard. And he is your husband, I believe, also, Katie, and also we have there, Trilong, or Trilong, Triglong, I think that is, Furlong, Furlong. I feel like I nailed that one, didn't I? But now that one has gone over, and now it does mean that the score is going to be 12-0 here. 12 points to 3, sorry, my apologies. I did discount that one. That Bath were able to get themselves just a little bit earlier on in the matchup. And it was just Tyke Furlong driving forward. Throat needs a car wash, says J.A. So might indeed, by the sounds of it. But hopefully it does end up going decently. Where's Ollie? He will probably be sleeping by now, I would think. Bordeaux leading their game up against the Leicester Tigers. 3 points to 0 for anyone who is curious about that one. It looks like Leinster have once again been able to almost get that ball, but Bath win the penalty for themselves. Looked like Jameson Gibson-Park. He did want to take it quickly. They will have to kick this one for the corner. Other females got to back off. He already asked me to move in with him as well, says Katie Dixon there. Jabba, yeah, anyone who is wondering about the other games that are taking place at the same time, there's actually Saracens versus Edinburgh taking place. Is there? I think that's Josh Van den Fleur, who does look like he is a little bit worse for war, but worse for wear, I should say. Saracens, how many points do you guys think they will beat Edinburgh by in their matchup? If they can beat Edinburgh, that is. At the moment, Edinburgh are leading 3-0. So I guess that does backfire that statement for a little bit of time in the early stages of that Champions Cup game, or Challenge Cup, sorry. Josh Van den Fleur, I think he ended up getting, he got the fingers in the eyes which is not ideal for Josh Flandin Fleur. Straight away, he did kind of go down, holding his eyes as well. And Katie sent the other females my way as well, or send the other female my way. I'm in a drought as well. And also, I gouge as well. And go Tig up Wexford, his home county as well. Says Richard, but it looks like Flandin Fleur is going to be continuing. They've actually decided here for Bath that they're going to take on the 3 points. Orlando Bailey sitting 1 from 1 so far with the kicking tee. I'm not sure whether or not that's the best decision. We know that Leinster are literally just going to keep on going and going and going. Try scorers Sebastian, Jameson Park and Ty Furlong as well. I haven't actually got the try scorers, do I? So I will put that down the bottom there, and we will give you a little shout out, Sebastian, while we are at it as well. We have also got the LMAO and the chat, and also that's why he and his dad are remodeling that old barn as well. They're moving and living with the cows as well. And also did George Ford sign for Bath. He is still at the Leicester Tigers for this game, so I'm not too sure what's happening next year. I know that Montpellier have lost Andre Pollard because he is signed for the Leicester Tigers. So actually, yes, now that I think about it, I think I have seen an interview where he was talking about the new side that he was going to be playing for. My imaginary girlfriend, Jenna, left me as well. And there says Jay there in the chat, but now it is going to be kicked off once again by Leinster. Trying to line that one up, not quite able to. It's a massive knock on there from Leinster, but now it's back in the hands of Bath. I don't actually know this Bath side too well. They're missing quite a few of their key players, such as a Sam Underhill. Also in that back line, they haven't got Anthony Watson due to an injury. They did pick up a little while ago. Josh Flandin Fleur trying to get straight in there, not able to turn it over though. Still available for them now. And it looks like it is going to be their number 9 here. We'll be putting the ball up. Ben Spencer, not Ball Spencer. That's going to be, a neck roll against Bath. So that now means that it is going to be the penalty in favour of Leinster. And it's going to be the 3-point attempt here for the Leicester Tigers as well, while we are at it up against a very tough Bordeaux side. They're at home. And something that the French sides don't normally do is lose at home. Definitely in the top 14. We have seen so many times the underdog in the French games, if they're at home, they're winning that game. And resend them my way. The ones who don't match are the J standards, as Sebastian there. That one that's been kicked for the corner for Leinster. And now Ronan Kelleher once again is going to have that one. OMG, that neck roll as well. Yeah, it was a solid one, that is for sure. And we'll do Seb as well, says Jay. Now Ronan Kelleher going to be throwing this one in 16 minutes into this game for the Champions Cup. The first matchup for both of these sides in their Champions Cup. Good run forward there. Once again, and it is going to be a loose ball. Hugo Keenan able to pick it up. And I believe it was Kokonasiga who was trying to kick that out of his hands. It's still going to be available for them, though. And it is once again going to be the advantage for Leinster. Bath's discipline letting them down at the moment. And what the heck? Why do they do that? They know it's not allowed as well. Yeah, I think it is. Like, the weird thing is it's almost heat of the moment. They're like, right, I got to get this man out of there without thinking, right, this is going to get me penalised if I do it as well. Doesn't Munsters have a few COVID cases as well? Says Kevin, I believe they do. So they've still got a few other men who are going to be still available for this game. Good attack and run from Caelan Doris, the standout performer for Ireland. And that is tough to be the standout when you are playing for the Irish side who were able to beat the All Blacks and also go undefeated in their Northern Hemisphere tour. And they were able to get themselves 3 wins. Tyke Furlong now getting driven backwards in the tackle by his opposite number, Will Stewart. Once again, Jameson, Gibson-Park, good inside ball. Just kind of selling a dummy there, Gary Ringrose. I'm back now in the hands of Frawley, who's driving his way forward very nicely again. Once again, now the back line here for Leinster, drawing past Hugo. Keenan goes himself inside ball to James Lyle. I believe it was Ford, though, but they have awarded it. Are they checking this one, or are they going to say that it is a try? Why is everything happening to Josh as well? In the chat says Katie Dixon there, and also Seb, I'll send you all the scores and a narcissist as well in there. Says Jay, I believe he would have been going on the outside there with that pass, but instead decided they didn't want to. They're already making a sub there, Bordeaux, which doesn't look too good for them. But it was taken very nicely by Caelan Doris. Then from there, great attack and run from the number 2, Ronan Kelleher, who did just swing around the outside. Hugo Keenan, at the moment, they are just showing the replay. It did look a little bit rough for Leinster at times there, but Frawley with a good attacking run that really reset the back line. Then from there, Jameson Gibson-Park on the outside. Hugo Keenan just needed to pass that ball. That is forward. And I believe that is going to be called no try there for Leinster. I believe they'll be looking at this one more time. I think it's forward for Leinster. I could be wrong, of course. Oh, it's a swinging arm there from Bordeaux, which could actually end up with a yellow card for them. Okay, they've called it flat. It's not too bad. It was close. It is actually a lot closer from that angle, but it is going to be kept as a try there for Leinster, and that is going to be another one for themselves there, and it is going to be the kick there for Hugo Keenan. Oh, sorry, actually, it was Ross Byrne, and he has been able to nail it. So the score now in this game will be going up to 19 points for Leinster and 6 for them as well. The Leinster management did an interview during the week, and they said they are not going to ease off this year because they were caught last year and lost out on home quarter final last year as well. That was up against La Rochelle, wasn't it? I was not expecting the result that I had seen. Like, I had hardly followed Leinster up till that point. I hadn't seen a lot of their rugby, and now I've kind of seen them rebuilding for the URC because they were struggling a little bit in the early stages of, I believe it was actually the URC. They've had a couple upsets along the way, but they are looking strong now, and they look like they are going to keep on going. To James Lowe play for the Chiefs a few years ago. He did indeed. He has been in New Zealand, and I think there's a couple other players who have kind of New Zealand roots. Jamison Gibson-Park being one of them as well. It's going to be taken nicely there by Hugo Keenan there, just inside of the half of Bath, just inside of the half of Leinster, and they are going nicely forward here for Bath. Good attacking runs, and it is going to be now their number 8, Josh Bayliss, having a battle there with Caelan Doris and Ronan Kelleher, who are able to force him backwards nicely. Try scorers Jamison Gibson-Park. Also, Dyke Furlong, and then James Lowe was the other try scorer there. That's going to be a little penalty once again for Bath. And this time, I would assume they have to kick this one for the corner. They can't afford to not go aggressive in this one, definitely when they are so far out in front. Okay. Is he taking on the post? I think he is actually going to be taking on the 3 points here for Bath. So they seem like they are more just trying to survive at this point rather than trying to thrive in this game. Like, at the end of the day, you're 13 points behind you. You're not going to beat Leinster with 3-pointers. Like, they're not going to give away enough penalties. That's why Orlando Bailey, it's interesting that he would take this one on right on the edge of his range as well. 47 meters out for him. But they have decided, you know what? We're the crack. We'll see whether or not we can do it there. Bordeaux and Leicester at the moment, it is still sitting 3-3, and Bordeaux have got a yellow card there for one of their players. I believe it was one of their locks. And did get himself sent off, but like they are saying there, it's an interesting choice here to take on the 3 points. I think they're relying on the fact of maybe those points will slowly just keep them in the game up until they are able to break through the Leinster defence. But the problem is that Leinster defence, it doesn't break very often. So it is going to be very tough for them to be able to win this one. But now from here, it will be once again Bayliss. Oh, sorry, not Bayliss. I said Bayliss twice there, but it is actually Orlando Bailey straight out in front. So if he strikes this one clean, should be going down the middle for him. He's got the distance. It's out to the right-hand side, and that is the last thing that Bath wanted in that situation, because now they have turned down the chance at the 7-pointer, and they have also missed the chance at the 3-pointer for that situation, but it's just inside of the 22 at the moment for Leicester up against Bordeaux. I feel like Leicester, they are huge underdogs in that game, but I want to see them do pretty well in that game up against Bordeaux. Perhaps James Lowe didn't fit into New Zealand game plan. He will make a great All Black. He will have made a great All Black as well. There's Kevin Thomas there in the chat. Yeah, it is interesting kind of when these players go overseas. I think that's actually Caelan Doris going off for an HIA, which isn't ideal for him there. That's going to be kicked up high, and it is taken nicely by Josh Bayliss just inside of his own half at the moment here for Bath, and they are looking like they are going to be aggressive from now on. They need to find their way over the try line a few times, but it is Deegan who's made his way out there for Doris, and the ball has been put high by Bath. The number 10, Orlando Bailey, now Kokonasiga jumping for that one, or actually it's not Kokonasiga for this match. It is actually Rocco Daguni who is out on the wing, and that one has gone into touch. And now it is off a Bath player, so it is going to be going for the line out of Leinster. We have got there, that's Bath downs ball. It's all gone in the with that one as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, you can't take on 3-pointers up against a side like Leinster. You need penalties. And you need penalties, and you need to kick them for the corner when you get the chance. That's a good run from Leicester Tigers, and they have actually scored the first try of the match. And then one, I think it was George Ford off to Bryce Hegarty, who was able to score himself the try almost. Instead, though, it was on the inside. I'm trying to see what number it was. It was number 13 for them as well. So Leicester have taken the lead in their game now. It's going to be the rolling ball once again for the Leinster side, and this one's going forward extremely quickly. It's being wrestled down, and they've got another advantage and a penalty in favour. Jamison Gibson-Park thought about taking that one quickly. It's going to be a yellow card there by the looks of it. 10 minutes in the bin, unfortunately, for Bath, and it is just going to go from bad to worse. Bath kicking or running from kickoff as well, says Richard. So pretty much, unfortunately, they haven't really looked too great off the kickoffs. Pretty much every single time Leinster have been able to get that ball pretty much straight away, unless, of course, they do end up in that situation of being able to sneak it and then normally they are kicking it back into the hands of Leinster for it as well. But Bryce Higgins with a great attack and run, and then from there, Leicester have taken the lead in that game up against Bordeaux. It's all over for Bath. No coming back as well, says Kevin. It does seem like that could be the case. Little knock on there, and it was becoming the penalty, in the end. So it does mean that they are down to only having the 14 men on the field. It was actually De Carpentier who was penalised there and got the yellow card. Rolling ball once again here for Leinster. And it just, like, you can see how skilled this Leinster fullback are of just making meters. It's going to become another advantage here very soon if they're not careful. Ronan Kelleher breaks off the back, but straight on the ball there for Bath. No, not able to turn it over. Jameson Gibson-Park now good attack and run from the Irish side. Once again here, Leinster, they want to win the Champions Cup. They missed out last year, but they are certainly not going to let that happen again. I've realised now they've got like kind of trenches around this ground for Bordeaux. I didn't actually realise that was a thing. He almost ended up getting pushed down into the trench. Oh, it's a beautiful try though. I've just realised what happened in that Bordeaux versus Leicester game. There's a try in this one, I should mention, but it was actually Harry Potter. He magically made himself disappear in the Leicester game. He just jumped down and he jumped over the barricade. He didn't realize there was a hole down below and he fell into a ditch. Harry Potter, he got back up. I'm glad he's all right, but this was a great try for Leicester as well. Leinster just got a bit distracted there with the fact that he did end up just well and truly earning himself, but it was at the end. Furlong, Jameson Gibson-Park, nice inside ball. James Slow, that's a ball and a half. And Hugo Keenan able to score it well. So we have got that decoy try. I pooped myself as well. And they're in last place in the Premiership versus first place in the URC. They weren't expecting much anyway as well. That is true. It's just whether or not Bath can hold on to be within maybe around 30 or 35 points or somewhere along there. It was a good run there from Hugo Keenan, though, to be able to get himself through. But yeah, I was a little bit worried for Harry Potter there in the game. He was magically disappearing. It's like the real Harry Potter we have got there, bless him as well. And then also we have got the Harry Potter lull. And Jay as well, says Jay, but that was a brilliant try for Leinster. And once again, they are continuing to bring up that lead. They are sitting 26 points ahead now in this matchup with this kick going over, I believe, yes, there we go. It has updated to 26. As I like they are saying, Leinster at the moment, they are doing very well, but Bath just need to find a way of stopping this attack from Leinster. It looks like they're going to be going nicely here. Running sideways it was in the end, I believe, to Glanville. On the side of Leinster now being able to turn it over in the breakdown. Nicely done there. And it will become Tyke Furlong's ball. Selling the dummy. He goes through. Big Tyke Furlong just trying to bust through the tackle with a fullback. And Jameson Gibson-Park sees the space in mind. He does kick it. It's going to be a foot race. This is going to be a foot race that the Bath player is going to lose. Oh, he's flown into the barricade. They're going to be checking this one, but he well and truly stacked it there. And try scorers Jameson Gibson-Park, Tyke Furlong, James Lowe, and Hugo Keenan as well there. There we go. We will put that down the bottom of the screen. But thank you very much, Sebastian, helping us out. Tell you what, my voice. I don't know what's happened to it. I think it is because of the cricket ones. Come on, boys. 150 on here as well, says Richard there. And it's looking pretty good at the moment for the Leinster boys. They are doing nicely. Because Leinster, are they your side, Richard? I don't want to say that they are just in case they aren't. It's either Leinster, Munster, or Ulster, isn't it, that you do support. They're just checking this one to see whether or not it's on the dead ball line, so it's going to be a no try there, and Bath will survive for just a little bit longer in this one. It was Lamar who was trying to get through and get that one back for the boys, but just not quite able to score it there for Leinster. But they're working hard in the early stages of this match up against the Bath side, and no try as well. My goodness, he did, he just crashed. He's dummied himself into that wall as well. Says that Katie Dixon, and also it's not a cricket game, mate, as well. Says Sebastian there also we have got there. What doesn't help Bath is that as they don't have key players in key positions going to count against them as well. Exactly right. They haven't got Sam Underhill in that four-pack. They haven't got Anthony Watson in that back line. Unfortunately, he is injured. You have better eyebrows than some of the women that I've seen lately at the local shopping centre as well, says Jay. I don't know whether or not that's a compliment or not, because I don't know what your local shopping centre looks like, but thank you. I think wasn't quite straight there for Bordeaux. So now it's going to be the 22 dropout here for Leinster up against Bath. I'm going to pop in between the two games, seeing exactly how it is sitting. I know that Saracens are also playing Edinburgh at this time that we are talking. Good attack and run once again there from Deegan. He is actually out on the field due to Caelan Doris, I should say. Yes, Leinster is my side as well. Says Richard there, and also we have got there. Is it just AB or AQ? Bad, yeah, or is it just It's bad year for Bath as well. Not familiar with this team much as well, and just a bad year. I think, unfortunately for them, like it was mentioned, the key players, like they've got some very good players, but without all of those players, they've got a young, inexperienced side. Good attack and run from Leinster once again, and they are driving their way up just outside of the 22, firing it back once again, and it will be in the hands of Ross Maloney going to the short side. Jameson Gibson-Park, I should say. Good carry forward from Ross Byrne. So available for them. 20 points difference between these two sides at the moment. Leinster have already got themselves the bonus point. Yep, eyebrows on fleek, my man, as well. Says Katie takes a compliment, a few bogans at my local as well. Says Jay Hayes there. Good attack and run from James Lowe. And also Bath have been disappointing this year. As well, says LB and Clement versus Ulster. Could be a decent game later on today, says Mauricio. I think I am going to be watching that game, but I don't think I will be live streaming it, unfortunately, just because my voice has decided that it completely will probably disappear if I don't give it a little rest. I might try doing Exeter Chiefs versus Montpellier at 9 a.m. if it does end up lasting a little bit longer. But if not, we will be back for the live streams for the cricket tomorrow and also all of the Champions Cup games because I don't want to burn out the voice or the vocal cords before we get to that next one that is going to be taking place as well. We have got the grammar, not even one. Even the Detroit Lions are getting better as well there. And the Jan no wins for them so far. Unfortunately for Bath, yeah, they are in a bit of trouble in the Premiership at the moment. It's going to be inside of the 22. And Hugo Keenan got a very long boot, strikes that beautifully. And that one, if that goes out, that would be a 50-22, but it's just going to be staying in. It's rolled straight into the in-goal area and Rocket Daguni now passing it back across, and Bath just have to clear their lines, and you need to rest the voice and then I'll be back with a vengeance as well, says Maurice there. And also that's the king of results as well there. Roman Kelleher breaking the line, and now it's going to be Ross Byrne across the Jameson Gibson-Park. He slides over and scores himself another try there for Leinster. They are on fire. They're looking like they want the 70-plus points here for themselves. Now that's the king of insults as well there, says Sebastian there for that one. And also we have got there now as well, and also don't tell Placer said that as well. Says Katie Dixon, but Jameson Gibson-Park being able to score a second try. Unfortunately, in my opinion, Scotland, Wales, and England rugby clubs have a lot of work to do in Europe as well, says Richard. Yeah, it will be interesting to see how a couple of those kind of, I would say the Irish teams are definitely the ones who are leading the charge. Maybe someone like a Harlequins, Leicester Tigers, etc. are probably the only real sides in the Premiership who will be able to push. Like at the moment, Leicester are beating Bordeaux 10-3 away from home, and this is one of those grounds that normally the home field advantage is absolutely huge for these French sides because they just love playing with the passion of hearing your own crowd behind you as well. But 29 minutes into this game at the moment, and Leinster have been able to score another one. Will Cornish Pirates win earlier and Ealing as well, or with Cornish Pirates, winning earlier and Ealing losing 17-0 at halftime. The Pirates are top of the table as well, says Scott there, because I know that game, like that's the thing, they're not going to demote anyone from the Premiership, but it does mean we're still going to see a promotion, and I hope that whoever you do go for does make it through. And it's one of those guys. Don't mention Wales as well. And there, as I says Jay, also we've got each team have these bad season. Unfortunately, this is the year of Bath Rugby as well there. And try scorers, Gibson-Park ×2. Tyke Furlong, James Lowe, Hugo Keenan. And now Hugo Keenan going to be lining up a kick here for them as well. He does just miss it away to the side. So 31 points to 6 here for the score of this game so far. It's certainly a high scoring one, that is for sure. Can Bath somehow stop this momentum that is just continuing to flow for Leinster? This is looking like it's going to be a terrible points differential here for Bath. Will they regret taking on the 3 points as well in the earlier stages? Because they've got 2 penalties so far from the early stages, but they aren't really helping them out too much. There's still 25 points difference between these two sides here. And at the moment, 7 points difference for Leicester in their game up against Bordeaux. Well, looking very sharp and deep, and now it's going to be kicked off once again here for Bath. We have got looks familiar with teams, or not familiar with the teams. Leinster definitely looks strong, would you say as well? Exactly right. They have got some very good Irish players, quite a few of those Irish players in this side that were able to beat the All Blacks in the kind of autumn international matches, but they have certainly, they're relatively, I think they're the second favourite in the world. And also we have got there, do you think Leinster get to 50, Amish? I think they almost get to 50 by the end of the 50 minutes or so. I believe they will be able to keep on going. Leinster Bloodbath and Leinster Bath as well there. And that chat as well says Katie Dixon. But yeah, pretty much Leinster are second favourites to win this competition, followed by Toulouse, or in front of them is Toulouse, sorry. As well, Leinster's weak area is the second row, lacking a beast as well. La Rochelle seem overpowered them last year in the semis. I mean, when you've got Will Skelton, though, in those kind of departments, you're going to be good. It's a thing I quite enjoy watching. I think it's Devon Toner, isn't it? But then he's getting relatively old for Leinster at the moment. Drawing pass here for Bath. The ball has been dropped, and that was one chance that they might have been able to use there, but it has well and truly backfired for them. And also 31-6. Looks like England's first innings cricket score. Seb as well there from Jay Hayes. Unfortunately, ball not quite watching that one, unfortunately, for the back line of Bath. And I believe it would have been Max Alwajima who did put that one down. I feel like that's not how you say his name, but I've gone with it just for now. But there is still a yellow card in favour of Leinster. They have got themselves an extra man out on the field. It looks like there was a little bit of I think that's actually Lewis Boyce. Yes, it is. Who was injured there, and Jay with the sad faces from Sebastian there as well. But I will mention anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. My voice may not sound good now, but it will in the next live stream, hopefully. But these are the matches that are also taking place tonight. You can't quite see them underneath there, but that is Exeter Chiefs. They are taking on Montpellier, and then also Clermont is taking on Ulster. This game is happening at the moment, Leinster versus Bath. The games tomorrow that we are going to be covering on the channel, it is going to be very quickly. We will go like this. We will go like this. We will go like this as well, just for a second. The games that we are covering tomorrow, we will do Ospreys versus Sale Sharks, Wasps versus Munster, and then also Castres taking on the Harlequins as the other match. We will do 1 point per minute in this game for Leinster Zone. So if you can time me out if you want as well, says a J there. And that one there in the chat. But now we will quickly go like this. There we go. We have got it back up. Yeah, pretty much those are all the results, all the fixtures that we are going to get to see in the near future of the Champions Cup for these two sides. We're currently 33 minutes through. Harry Potter at the moment for Leinster might be able to, Leicester might be able to get himself going here by the looks of it as well, because Leicester are winning a lot of penalties for their side. And also we have got there in there the sacrificial timeout. Love what a hero as well there. And also it's all good as well, says Jay. And the chat, but now Leicester, what do they decide to do? They're keeping their pressure on Bordeaux, but they need to keep on getting those points on the board also. Jameson, Gibson-Park puts the ball, and we had a little bit of a stoppage there due to an injury. That's going to be the penalty to Leinster once again. Come on, you Quins, says Sebastian there as well. Nick Dolly, he's going to be thrown in this one for the Leicester Tigers. So they are actually only 5 meters out, and they're looking aggressive in the early stages of this one. They have been able to take that one very nicely for themselves, and they are going to be trying to drive themselves forward just a little bit more here for the Leicester Tigers. Now kicking for the corner once again. It is Leicester. Come on, you Quins as well, says Katie Dixon there. Oh, that's an ugly fall there for the number 15 in the Bordeaux game. And it is going to be going back for a penalty. I believe that will be playing the man in the air. He was saying he was going for the ball as well. And now because of it, this one though, Ronan Kelleher, I should say. He is going to be throwing this one in 30 meters out. Andrew Porter at the moment looks like he has got a bit of an injury, staying down for a bit longer than anticipated for that man. He is certainly a beast. They've got a good front row in the replacements, though. They've got Michael Alalatol. We know him from the Crusaders here in New Zealand. And then also Cian Healy will be there. Cian Healy, isn't it? And then also it will be Dan Sheehan as an option as well. Good backline movement. James Lowe knocking that ball on. And it is going to be going back for the Bath. And our live stream Wasps game as well. I am indeed. Wasps versus Munster is one of the 3 games that we will be covering in a row. And also we have got the FOYM as well. I'll take a guess at what that means. For old young men, no, for all your mothers, No, that's an A. So that would be FAM as well. And Davin Toner is not first pick for Leinster European games anymore, which is good because more talent coming through as well, says Richard there. Yeah, hopefully they do continue to give Ross Byrne a few opportunities at fly half, because we have seen Johnny Sexton recently. This is actually going to be a yellow card to the Leicester Tigers, so that is not ideal for them. And also we have got their Perth Smash as well in their 4 p.m. there. And now it is going to be pushing their way forward once again. It is a brilliant push in the scrum for Leinster, or so I thought, but it is actually going to be in the end a penalty in favour of Bath at the moment. They are just having a bit of a wrestle next to each other as well. But nonetheless, this game at the moment, 35 minutes down, and it is still very close between the two sides. Perth did as well, and Pierce as well. And the chat says Sebastian there. Yeah, James Lowe already scoring himself a try. Jameson, Gibson-Park already scoring 2. And thank goodness I never put all my money on Bath as well. Says Aiden, did you end up cashing out your money, Aiden? Please tell me that you did. It would make me feel a lot better so that you do not lose a lot of it. But now it is going to be Bath just inside of the half of Leinster here, 40 meters out from the line, and they are going to need a try at the end of this one, fighting over your mother as well, says Maurice. So if that is the case, it wasn't too far away. And also we've got the OMG, I think I know as well. 4M. I'm not sure. I feel like it's going to be something offensive, isn't it? And also, never laid a bet as well. CJ has been putting them on in the past, though. We have seen them on the channel for the past ones. That's going to be the penalty to Bath. Once again, able to get themselves one. Please don't take the 3. Don't take the 3 here. You're 25 points down up against a Leinster side who will just keep on coming at you. Is it that one as well, says Katie Dixon. And also, yeah, I did keep 100 in there, though, as well, says Aiden. So that is fair enough. So you've been able to make a decent profit off the start as well. But now they are kicking it for the corner there for Bordeaux. That's not the team that's playing. It is actually Bath and also 5 gold stars. So it is also, so it is that as well. I feel like we're going to start to see that hashtag a little bit more, aren't we, from yourself, Jay? But now it is going to be an important moment. Bath at the moment, I feel like they're in a good position. The Toy, if he can get this one straight, they might be able to keep themselves not within like being able to win this game, but the Toy down the short side, that's going to be the try for him. And Bath scored their opening try of the match now, and it was in the end Jacques de Toy who was able to get over the line there. Who was their right hand, or who in their right man would bet on Bath? Let's all put 70 points on them as well. Says that Barry Power there, and also we have got there, don't lose all your money, man, as well. And also, hey, Katie, how you doing? You made it in time this time as well, and I got 196 right in the cricket this morning after. As out says Richard, so you've done very nicely in that regard. 2 games actually ending up with teams chasing 196, and well, how about that? As well, says KT Dixon there, so very nicely done. And Bath now have been able to give themselves another try, or their first try, I should say. Now only 20 points difference between the two sides. And Jacques Natoya, and I have to say, should they have gone for that set play earlier on? It's just the question that I have got on my mind at the moment, because we did see, I mean, it worked very nicely for them. They went the short side, and also we have got the my sleep schedule is kind of busted right now, as all the cricketers like at 3 and 5 a.m. as well. Yeah, so that is completely understandable for while it is there. And also we have got the hashtag FOYM as well. And also we have got the Katie, did we just become best friends? I want to go do karate in the garage as well. In the chat says AJ, hey, of course, Step Brothers reference. Do love that movie. That is a great movie indeed. And now Bordeaux, they are looking very good in the early stages. This is looking like it could be a try for them. No, not quite able to get it. In the end of that one, has gone over from Bath, though, so they make the score now 13 points to Bath and 31 as well. We have so much room for activities as well. And also we've got their felt awkward without Katie on the stream as well. Says it, Kevin there. But it was a good try there for Jacques Detoy. I would have scored the opening try of the match for Bath, perhaps. Perhaps won't be the last one either for them. Yeah, I've realized talking for about 10 hours doesn't really go well for the vocal cords, which I should have already known. And try scorers at the moment, Jameson Gibson-Park, Tyke Furlong, James Lowe, Hugo Keenan, and then Jacques Latoy was the try scorer for the Leinster, for Bath there. And also you drew Katie, understandable. And don't worry, I'm not going to lose it all. I'm being responsible as well, says Aiden there. And also we have got there, this wedding is... I feel like I want to go watch Step Brothers now. Oh, falling on his head there for Bath, which didn't look ideal. Now Frawley after Hugo Keenan, just trying to pierce his way straight up the middle of the field. Hold AJ down. Also, we've got there to get a timber board and high kick it as well. Says Richard there in the chat. And now it is going to be Jameson Gibson-Park. Nice step going forward for Leinster. They want to fire back straight away. They're not too happy about conceding a try up against Bath. It's going to be nicely offloaded. And now back Ryan Beard just breaking through, dragged down. Beautiful offload there to Jameson Gibson-Park. I believe it was high. They're actually going to say it's a knock on though. And it is going to be in favour of Bath. They have still got this one and only 3 seconds left till we get to halftime. Boats and Muppets as well. What a first half, mate, as well. Says Sebastian with the 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. As well, it's 5 back. They look like they aren't going. What are they doing? It's worked out, though. And it's going to be taken beautifully on the outside. Now, this could be an absolutely phenomenal try here for Bath. They made their way up to the halfway line. I couldn't understand why they tried to attack one more time, but it looks like it might be working out for them. The ball has gone loose now. And now, still trying to make their way forward. A player's been knocked unconscious almost, but he has got himself back up. Bath are still continuing the attack as well. And also, they're waving from Aiden there. Still going forward here for Bath. And fair play to them in this situation. They could have easily kicked that ball out when they're only a couple meters out from their line. They went, why not? Just try it again. I haven't gambled since Vegas in 2008 on at the Star Trek experience across the street from Circus as well. They have kicked that one into touch now. Bath have decided that they are relatively accepting of the fact that it is sitting 13 points at the moment in favour of themselves. And Leinster sitting on 31, doing very nicely indeed in the early stages. At this stage, Bordeaux also getting extremely close. And a high five as well, says Aiden there. So rather than a wave, Give myself a high five there for me troubles. But now it is going to be Bordeaux at the moment who we are looking at. We see quite a few South Africans for the Leicester Tigers. The likes of Jesper Wiese definitely sticks out for them. Bentame Funa, he's a big boy, and he has not quite been able to get over the line for them. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be covering more games. And also we have got there, I was kidding, it's a Candelita wine mixer as well in the chat there. I love Step Brothers. Like, I feel like that's one of the movies. What other comedies do we like watching, ladies and gentlemen? We got another high five from Katie there in the chat as well. But yeah, do let me know what comedies you guys do enjoy watching. I am curious. At the moment, The Rock is on the screen for myself. But he is currently, that's an interesting movie by the looks of it. But at the moment, I'm just getting distracted by this side as well because I'm watching Leicester also taking on Bordeaux. And I feel like that cross kick opportunity there for Bordeaux, they tried to get themselves a try, just not quite able to do so into that one as well. But it is still the lead for Leicester Tigers in that game. I'd be very impressed if they win that game. They were not supposed to. They were the underdogs. So if they can get themselves a draw or get themselves the job done, I should say. They're actually favourites now, I do see. And also we have got there, they should make a second one as well, says J.A.'s. And also I haven't seen Step Brothers in so long. I think I'm going to watch it today in honour of my lads as well. And there it's, yeah, it's a very good movie. I mean, it depends on, like, if you guys, I think a lot of people do like it. Napoleon as well. Is that Napoleon Dynamite? I believe Jaden, or sorry, Daniel is your name. Don't know where Jaden came from. I think it's from J, and then I saw the D. I saw the D in your name, I should say, as well. And Katie, how did that tables in Vegas work out for you as well? Says Richard in the commentary. I love is my own country's performance at Rugby World Cup Ireland as well. Says Maurice. I mean, I feel bad for laughing at that, but as long as you said it, not me, I'm sure it would be completely fine there. Yeah, the moment dry humor is great as well. Says there has a Napoleon Dynamite. Dynamite is another gem. I love Uncle Rico as well there. And the chat from Katie Dixon. But now at this stage, we are just waiting for the second half to get back underway for Leinster taking on Bath. Now, this next little moment, I guess you could say, it's going to be interesting. I'm trying to think exactly what Bath need to do to try and keep themselves within, like, pecking distance. Oh, it's going to be the try there for Bordeaux. And they score it between the posts. So that will change the odds there for that matchup between Leicester and Bordeaux. Doing very nicely, just passing the ball across. Ooh, passing the ball across. Have you watched Mr. Bean, Hamish, as well? I have indeed. I used to impersonate Mr. Bean quite a bit, although I don't think I could do it now with the way that my voice is, unfortunately. But I used to know, do you guys know the Whistler's Mother, one of Mr. Bean? What's it called? Mr. Bean, The Unfortunate Holiday, or whatever it's called. Can't even remember the name of it, but yeah, pretty much I could used to do the Whistler's Mother speech for that one as well. And also I was there on a road trip with my family, and we had very children with us, or very small children with us, and we could have spent all the time at the tables like we wanted as well. But Vegas is lovely and fun as well, says that Katie Dixon. So what I might end up doing here, and very small children, and Adam Sandler is a good laugh, Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore as well, two very good movies as well there. But nonetheless, what I might very, very, very quickly do while we are at it, I am going to quickly go and get myself a nice little drink because of the fact that, or else my voice may end up completely disappearing. So I will be back in about, I would say, 47 seconds. So everyone start a clock. I think it's just Mr. Bean on holiday as well. Says Sebastian. There is also, is it Bean the Ultimate Disaster Movie? I think that is the name that I have just thought of it, because they have got Mr. Bean's Holiday and also Bean the Ultimate Disaster Movie. If you haven't seen that one, it's a fun one indeed. He puts a chicken on his head as you do. So what I am going to do is I'm going to disappear, take a wee break, man, as well. So I will be gone for about 47 seconds. I want someone to time it, see whether or not I am back in the 47, but pretty much I will be back in a very short moment, and I will see you all in a very short moment as well. Did I do it? Was I too late? I might have been too late. I think there was probably more like a minute and a half there as well. I feel like also that water just made my voice decide that it doesn't like me even more. We have got there 3 weeks to go as well, and he's not coming back. Tricked us all. Imagine that. I just leave for half an hour and just go to sleep. And then we also got there in there as well. Happy New Year as well, says Sebastian there in the chat. We're a little bit too early in that regard. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. Did Jay almost go for the whole? He was almost went through the whole numbers as well. And also we have got there, that's why you can't travel around the world to watch rugby matches as well, says Richard there in the chat as well. But yeah, this stage, do let me know who you think is going to be scoring the first try of the second half for both of these sides. Do Bath get one in the second half? That is a big question on everyone's mind here. And also, how many tries do Leinster get as well? I feel like is another question that I have got for myself. I was going to have some sort of thingamabob how if Leinster got more than 10 tries. Yeah, it was going to be possibly, I was going to say if Leinster get more than 10 tries in this game, I feel like that will give them the confidence to win the Champions Cup, but it might be a little bit too early to comment on that and say whether or not they are going to be able to get the job done there. But at the moment, Bordeaux, we're doing very nicely in that first half, but also the Leicester Tigers were able to stay right in it, and that is why that game is going to be so exciting in the second half. Turns out drinking water didn't help it out too much there by the sounds of it. But yeah, pretty much anyone who is new to the channel, we were going to be doing the game between Ulster and also the game up against, they were playing Clermont, and then the game after that between the Exeter Chiefs. And also it was going to be up against Montpellier, but unfortunately, with my voice the way that it is, it may not be able to survive for the other ones as well. How many more names do I have to write on the list as well? Says Sebastian, tell you what, it's getting long at the moment, mate. That is for sure. I'm thinking someone who hasn't got one yet that I think will get one is probably going to be Dan Sheehan. Off the bench, he is going to score himself a try, I'm going to say. And even earlier, maybe even Ronan Kelleher can get himself one as well there for this match. That's our first yawn of the day. I swear water is supposed to like wake you up and like make your voice go slightly better, but I swear all it's done is made my voice sound slightly worse and also made me yawn. So I guess yeah, that has happened. I better put this light back over here so that it does light up the green screen nicely for us as well at this stage. I'd say second half, Leinster, anything less than another 3 or 4 tries, they'll probably be slightly disappointed with it. But Bath, it seems like it took them a little while to wake up in this game to then be able to try and shut down this Leinster attack, which is just impossible to do, really, Seb. I'll see if Chuck Blazer's name on there while you're at it as well there. Says that JA's there in the chat. It's taken nicely at the moment. I'm watching the highlights from Manawatu versus Taranaki a little while ago that game did take place. And both other sides are very impressive. We did see Taranaki. They won the the championship of the Bunnings NPC. They didn't lose a single game, yet they do not get promoted as well. We have got their no-no, as Leo says, every team has a different style, and he is happy with 4 tries and all European Cup group games as well. Says it was Richard English there. I feel like they've certainly got that potential they should definitely be able to stop Bath from scoring 4 anyway. I don't think Bath should get there because we did see with Racing 92, their game up against Northampton, they were only able to get themselves a couple in that one, Northampton. So I feel like if Bath can get out of this one with some sort of point on the board, they would be very impressed with that effort. But for that to happen, they will need to get themselves 3 tries in the next little while as well. And also we've got there Jameson, Gibson-Park, Ty Furlong, James Lowe. And also we have got there, Bath, is he? There we go. We'll put him on there as well for the list. I assume you guys possibly will send him a screenshot, so we might as well. There we go. Yeah, this stage it is going to be exciting to see how it does go for the later stages of the second half. And also, that's the thing, the bench is so strong for Leinster. I'm going to show it again because you guys will get to see exactly what I'm talking about there. Sheehan. Also, they have got Kean Healy, Michael Alatoa, Devon Toner. Also, Deegan is actually already out on the field, I believe. Caelan Doris is actually concussed, possibly. Luke McGrath is there. And then the 2 names that you can't see, Jimmy O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien, as well. The O'Brien boys are there for the opportunity later on. Then it is done. Cordwell, also Ray Spencer, Edwards. That's not his name. Ewan Richards is the name. Joe Simpson, Hammer Webb, and also Pridey is the other one there as well. And also what made good team key players or perfect game plan as well. says it was, or what make good team, key players, or perfect game plan. I think it is a combination of both. Like, you can have the best players in the world, but if you can't find a way of kind of freeing up those good players and also finding a way of kind of basing a game around them, it does mean that they're useless in a way, if that makes sense. Like, pretty much, you could have a world-class winger, but if your backline's not crisp enough, they don't get the space to be able to really shine. Which is why we've seen in the past, like, some players, depending on where they transfer, sometimes a transfer can be the best thing ever for a player, or it can be the worst thing ever, because all of a sudden you realize for some players that it was the guy on the inside that were able to really make them shine in those ones rather than just themselves. But then some other fellas just have that individual brilliance that they are able to shine no matter what club that they play for, and they are the guys such as, I mean, I could list quite a few, but I feel like I don't want to leave anyone out. But pretty much just all these young guys coming through the ranks at the moment look like they've got a very bright future, no matter where they do end up going. And now at this stage, we are almost there at the second half. The position at this stage, I would say, is more in the favour of Leinster, and also more tackles have been missed by Bath in that first half, and they cannot afford too many more of those ones in that first half as well, or in the second half, sorry. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, final score predictions. Now that we've seen what we've seen in the first half, sitting 31 points to 13, what is everyone's exact score predictions for this one? I am going to say that the score will be... I'll say, I'm trying to do the maths in my head. I'm going to say 25 points to Bath. I think that they double the points that they have got themselves pretty much. And then also Leinster, I'm going to give them 4 more tries, 3 of them converted. So that will give them up to, I'll give them 57 points. 57 to 25 is my end score prediction for this one. That seems quite high. Maybe Bath won't quite be able to get themselves that many points, but I'm going to say that is my score prediction. 57. Is that my maths? Yeah, 57 to 15. No, that's a lie. 57. I'm going to have to write down mine, or else I'm going to forget it. 25 points to Bath, 57 for them as well. We have got their 1 converted try, 1 not as well there for Sebastian. So he has given 3 points to Bath there. So he has decided that they will take it on. We've also got the prediction of 17 to 13 for Barry, 2 in favour of Leinster. So he's saying no tries coming for Bath in that second half. It'll be very impressive indeed if they were able to keep it to just the 1 try being scored so far. And this one, I say 58-30 for Bath as well, says Kevin there. So I am starring all of these, which does mean at the end, I will be able to show whoever was closest and put it up on the screen down the bottom here, where Sebastian's message is at the moment. But now we are getting very close to this game, getting back underway. I am glad to see it. It should be an absolutely epic second half between these two sides, and hopefully it is going to be a relatively high-scoring one. It looks very nice at the moment for Leinster at AVIVA Stadium. They are sitting, and also we have got the Are Light show as well, says it, Katie Dixon. So are they showing the next game after this one, Katie? Are they showing Clermont versus Ulster, or have they decided that it is just a 1 free game that they are going to be showing in the US of A? And at the moment, crowd's looking like they're coming good numbers, which is absolutely awesome to see that they have decided that they have been able to have so many people in attendance for this matchup. Now, Bath, they will be receiving the kickoff from left to right here. So hopefully it does go all right for them as well. And nonetheless, thank you all very much. I almost just did an outro. What am I doing? I almost said nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in if you did enjoy, but that is not what we are doing. We're at half time. Don't know what's happening in my brain. That is for sure. But now it is going to be kicked off for the second half in a very short moment as well. And also Peacock is showing all of them, I think, as well. Said that it was Katie Dixon there. But now he is going to be receiving the kickoff here for the Bath side. They need an early try if they want any chance of trying to give themselves that little bit of momentum. But from AVIVA Stadium's current score is sitting 13 to 31. And Leinster are going to be kicking off to Bath, like I mentioned, taken nicely there by the number 5 for Bath, 55-18 there for Daniel as well for the prediction there. So I will mark that one as well. The second game that has taken place at this exact same time, Bordeaux versus Leicester, has not come back just yet. But Dunn is off the field straight away, and that's going to be for Dutoy. So they have made that early replacement for themselves in their side, but now it is going to be kicked high by the number 9 for this one, Ben Spencer. I'll be honest, I haven't really learnt this Bath side too well, and there is, I guess you could say, some strategy behind it, because I don't believe, unfortunately for them, that they will be able to make it through to the next round of the round of 16. Tyke Furlong now going to be carrying the ball hard, 40 metres out of the moment. Good inside ball there from Hugo Keenan to Jordan Lamar, who is going to be tackled nicely. Still currently sitting 41 minutes in this game. Good draw and pass there. Hugo Keenan, 4 pass there to James Lowe, I would say, but it was also the knock on. And now it is going to be going back as well. Worship the Peacock as well there. And the jab from Sebastian. Yeah, this stage, we actually have a peacock at our local park. I think there's 2 or 3 of them. And their feathers are very big. I've noticed Trike Furlong, that's his new name as well, says that Katie Dixon. I feel like it will catch on. I'm sure he'll change it on the birth certificate if you ask him nice enough as well. But James Lowe just kicks that ball into touch. They don't want anything to do with it for the later stages there. Now at this stage, we'll have to wait and see how it does go for us, because Leinster, they're good. They're very good. They could win the Champions Cup easily, I have a feeling. I will ask the question, though, for you guys at the moment, in your opinion, who is the top 4 sides of this Champions Cup? Who do you think are making it through without even looking at the draw in terms of who comes up against each other? Who are the 4 best teams in this competition of the Champions Cup? I'm going to start off Leinster to lose. I'll go with those 2. Those are definitely the 2 highest ones. So do let me know who else you would go with. And I believe it's actually the number 16, the head to hip. So it's actually the number 16, Dunn. He's only been out on the field for about 2 minutes. And it looks like he might end up going off the field here once again. Hopefully he is all right. It looks like he's in a little bit of discomfort there. Now it looks like, do they have to make that sub? I'm not qualified to answer that as well, says Katie Dixon. To be fair, I'm probably not either, which is why I only went with the 2 sides who are favourite and the second favourite as well. Imaginary girlfriend, Jenna, left me because I had a peak. Says a J there. As well, we've all been there, mate. Don't worry about it. And now it is going to be the scrum feed for Bath. 41.5 minutes into this game at the moment. Unless the Tigers versus Bordeaux is about to kick off once again. But Dunn looks like he is going to be all right in the front row. I feel like I'm at that stage that I am going to start probably giggling soon, just because anytime I get to like that overtired stage, I just end up giggling at everything. He is called the Bull Furlong as well. And there, Cesar Barry Power, and he's certainly running like one throughout this match, being able to score himself a try earlier on in this one, and also just continues to just crash into the line. And that is something that you love to see from a front rower. It was a very cold day, front rower, I should say, as well. And it was a very cold day as well. Says Jay Hayes. There was a tackle in the air, I believe, on the Bordeaux player, but they are going to be playing on just for now. And that won the scrum feed in favour of Bath. And it is going to be Leinster who do receive that free kick due to the fact that they were, unfortunately, just pushing just a little bit early. Roland Kelleher, he looks like he wants another scrum here. He is saying, let's have the scrum, boys. And they feel that they can push their way over there. And also Leinster to lose Munster Racing 92 as well, says Richard. That does sound like a very good one indeed. Leinster to lose Harlequins and a sorry loser as well. And that one says Sebastian there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how far Racing 92, their 4-pack, is probably the side of their game that they will want to keep on improving, because their backline, like I mentioned it the other day, they've got Finn Russell, you've got Gail Fiku in the midfield, Varumi Whakatava, also Teri Toma out on one wing, out on the other, Juan Moff, who was able to score himself 2 tries, and then at the back, Kurtley Bell as the man who was slotting in there as well. So they've got plenty of talent in that backline for their Champions Cup side. That's a massive push there, and now Bath win themselves the penalty at scrum time. And they are very happy with that indeed. I believe that it was one of the front rows ended up just kind of skew whiffing a little bit. And done with a big push in the middle. They are showing there. He is fired up for this one. And now they will be kicking this one for the corner there for Bath as well. Scrum penalties conceded 2 apiece for both of these sides. And it will now be, I think that is actually going to be Ben Spencer kicking that one for touch, as he is the left footer as well. Quins to lose Exeter and Leinster as well there. And they're from Daniel Johnson also. We've got their Mike Brown leave for Harlequins Amish as well, says Kevin. I think that's the thing. He was going to retire originally, I thought, from like the rugby, but then he did end up deciding to sign for the Newcastle Falcons. I know his last game for the Harlequins didn't go as planned, because he did end up getting a red card for standing on some bloke's head, which is not ideal. I mean, that guy doesn't have a mullet. He has a skull as well there. That one's going to be popping out the side of Leinster, and they've been able to take that one back. It's good as seesaw battle here. That was almost a word. And Quins, are you on crack as well? Says it Barry Power there. And now that's going to be nicely done by Leinster once again. They're still going to have this one kicked across. Bell taken nicely there out on the wing. Good ball on the inside from Jordan Lamar. And now finding the offload nicely back to Jordan Lamar there, or sorry, it was actually Hugo Keenan who he was linking up with. Now Leinster have got this ball back just inside of their own half at the moment, and Andrew Porter bumping off. Someone decides he wants to go straight over the top of him, and no one is going to stop that man when he does decide that. Now it's going to be a little bit of a juggle, bit of a knock on as well from Leinster, and now a good attacking run forward for it was the Capatia. Still going to be available here for Bath. I wouldn't kick that. He's kicked that one in behind. He's kicked it out on the full as well, but I believe they will be going back. Luckily for the scrum, because that was a big mistake for the kick as well. Exeter will lose tonight as well. Sees Richard there, and it's been 7 days in a row with negative temperatures here. I'm really struggling to find my deck as well. There's a Benjamin. That was a great crossfield kick from Jordan Lamar, to Jordan Lamar, and close your deck and keep it warm as well. Says that Jay Hayes. Andrew Porter, just an absolute beast when he does run, just shunts off Capencia, who did end up getting himself a penalty or a yellow card earlier on in the match, I should say, which was unfortunate for him. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated, all you guys being there for these matches. We have got plenty more of them coming, including the matches tomorrow, which do include Munster versus the Wasps, also Bath. No, sorry, not Bath. They are bathing at the moment, or they are playing at the moment, I should say, in the Bath. But it is going to be the match as well between Harlequins and Castres, and then the earlier match is going to be Ospreys versus Sale Sharks, I believe we might be looking at covering on the channel as well. That is if the vocal cords have decided that it kind of likes me. Once again, but Andrew Porter at the moment just getting a little bit of a warning from the referee here. Alrighty. Fair enough. So it is going to be pretty much Will Stewart and Andrew Porter. They've both been told, if you don't change your mind, I'm going to penalise you. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not that will be something that the boys do take on notice, or whether they decide to just change it up and once again go back to what they're doing. It's going to be a cross kick from George Ford there. Nice pass. Out on the wing, Harry Potter, the magical wizard boy, going to be kicking it in behind. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And I think that's almost going to be a try for Leinster. Or Leicester, sorry. I think it might be called a knock on, but they might check it as well. And don't oil your deck while it's hot as well. It will swell as well. A Liverpool or Man United support. Hamish as well says, Kevin, I haven't actually watched too much of the Premier League as of late. But do let me know what one you go for out of the two. I know that Man City were playing up against the Wolves. I'm not too sure how that result went. I think maybe the Wolves were able to get themselves to win in that one. And Bath are sinking, you mean, as well. And that one says, Richard, that is another way of putting it. But yes, unfortunately for them, they are just under a huge amount of pressure, getting put under the water. And they haven't really been able to come up for the year, as Leinster are just relentless and taking the year straight out of their lungs as well. It is Ross Byrne kicks that one for the touchline, and Leinster now, they have still got themselves a little bit of a lead here, sitting currently with the lead of 18 points. They'll be wanting to extend it, though. Good attack and run from, I believe it was actually the Bath number 8, Bayless, but then he did end up losing that ball. Do they get this try here, Leicester? I think he was almost ahead for the number 13. He's running with his tongue out. I hope he doesn't accidentally trip, or else he'll chop the whole thing off to try and put that ball down. It was kicked out of his hands there. So I feel like that's going to play on. And now at this stage, Frawley going to be sitting 25 metres out now for his side. Going straight through the middle. Ronan Kelleher loses the footing, gets up, goes again. The big man scores. Ronan Kelleher just uses all of his pace and all of his power as well. Try Kelleher as well there from Barry Power. Very nicely done by the front rower. Now Andrew Porter is the only front rower that they haven't been able to get a try for Leinster so far. I feel like for that Leicester game, that ball was kicked out of his hands. So I feel like with that one being kicked out of his hands, it's going to be called a knock on. I think I'm a big Liverpool supporter. Hopefully can win a trophy again as well. Round of applause for plays for keeping Bath's hopes alive with that spectacular try as well there. Says Sebastian, also Barry the spoiler as well. And also over there, try Leinster. And the chat, they're looking at the one between Leicester and Bordeaux extremely closely here. Whatever they decide in terms of the result, someone is not going to be happy with it. And it was, in the end, just a great run from the man, Ronan Kelleher. Just kept on going, and he was just breaking tackles for fun. And then he did actually get a little bit of a push from Bath as well. We have got their lovely keep the pressure on as well. There says Richard in the chat, and yeah, they are working very hard. That one's gone over the post as well. So now we are sitting at 38 points for Leinster, 13 for Bath as well. We have got their place. Secretly loves Perth as well. Says a JA there in the chat. Unfortunately, Andrew Porter, he's been taken off the field here. Sadly for him, it does mean that he isn't going to be able to get himself a try alongside the rest of the front row. Alan Alatoa also, Michael Alatoa has been able to get in there, and it's going to be the scrum fee for Bordeaux. So that is a disallowed try for the knock on there for Leicester. It's kicked up high by Jameson Gibson-Park. Jordan Lamar getting right on this one, trying to take it. It's taken beautifully, though, by the number 15 for Bath here, which in this one, it's Tom de Glanville. We haven't really seen him too much throughout this matchup other than trying to chase down those quick backs that Leinster have been able to just fire straight through the middle. Once again available for them, and it is going to be Ben Spencer, who this time will be putting the ball up into the air as well for the box kick. It's going to go nice and high, being chased hard by Bath, but they need to try and shut down this Leinster attack. James Lowe just drops it cold, straight through the hands, and unfortunately for him now, it does mean that it's going to be a scrum feed for Bath. It went straight through. I hope Bath make it closer than everyone was expecting as well. As Balder injured or just subbed? I believe he's just subbed. They decided to take off the whole front row, I believe, for Leinster, because they also got rid of they put Michael Alatoa out there, and that was replacing Tyke Furlong. So I believe they have just decided that they do want to pretty much just keep those guys fresh, I guess, because that's the thing. These teams, they actually play next week, not the same oppositions, though. And anyone who was wondering about Saracens versus Edinburgh are winning at halftime 13 points to 12. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for them at the moment. That is for sure. And also, we have got so many blazers now. Let's just put some stickers on them so I know who is who as well. And the chat says Katie Dixon as well. Yeah, we have got one who is now a moderator to make it just a little bit easier on us as well. But for the Champions Cup, these two sides, they have got different opponents next week. It is going to be, first of all, we will talk about it. Leinster, they have Montpellier as their first matchup. And then the other matchup that will be taking place, it is going to be Leicester. They are taking on Connacht as well. Katie, I am the real Blaze as well. And the chat says Jay Hayes there, and the chat as well there. But now at the moment, Bordeaux versus Leicester seems like it is going to be an extremely close game between the two sides. This game, not so much. 25 points difference at the moment between Leinster and also Bath. Bath will want to get themselves maybe one more try, though, here. And it is going to be the penalty for them as well, and they will be kicking this one for the corner of the front row, just losing their footing there. Michael Alatoa under a lot of pressure, and I love Perth Glory as well there. But Michael Alatoa, first time he's out on the field there, and he has given away the early penalty at scrum time now, kicking for the corner. I believe it is going to be the right footer here for Orlando Bailey. And also we've got you're not wrong, by the way, Hamish, what are the other scores like in the other games? So pretty much we have got 13 points to Edinburgh, 12 to Saracens, and then Bordeaux and Leicester at the moment are sitting 10 all in their fixture. So it is pretty close. And both of those games, you could say, Leicester at the moment, I would say, even though they're the underdogs in their game up against Bordeaux, they've actually been looking like the stronger team for a majority of it. So it would be a bit unfortunate for them if they did end up losing that game with the way that they have been going. But now it is going to be the big man in the number 4 jersey, Josh McAnally, making his way back out there. And it's going to be an important throw here for the number 16, Tom Dunn, as well. Throwing to the front, taken nicely now. The rolling maul opening up here for Bath. Getting some roll in this going. It's close to the touchline. He isn't touched there. And because of it, it is a brilliant defense there from Leinster. They're going to be 5 meters out from their line, and they are going to have to try and defend, or try and get this ball back, I should say, and then kick it downfield, try and clear their lines. It was nicely done by Bath, but then from there, they just ended up going straight sideways, getting squeezed, and then getting pretty much put in a position you don't want to be, which is over the sideline as well. And it's like that episode of Rick and Morty. Red X as Red X as well. Says Katie Dixon there. You guys will be probably disappointed in me, but I have only seen, I think, one episode of Rick and Morty. I think that's all. Unfortunately, I probably should watch more of it. Is it any good? Ladies and gentlemen, do let me know. I can't actually remember what happened in it, but that is going to be the scrum feed to Leicester now, or the penalty to Leicester. I've realized if I talk like this, my voice actually kind of sticks around for just a little tiny bit more, but I don't think this is how I talk. They're actually going to be checking this one upstairs for the TMO to see whether or not there was possibly a more penalty against Leinster. I don't like talking like that. That's okay. Show I judge you as well. I've seen none as well. Says Jay there. And now they are just checking whether or not maybe there is a penalty going to come in against Leinster before it is in touch. Were they able to break off nicely? Who's got the ball? Who's got the ball? Who's got the ball? He's got the ball. Who's got the ball? I've got the flag up. Who's got the ball? That's the big question. Also, we have got there. Hamish looks like a SpongeBob guy as well. I don't mind SpongeBob. I did play the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game quite a bit on PS2. No try penalty against White there is the call there. And also, I've seen a season of Rick and Morty, but it didn't capture my soul as well. Says Sebastian, what Netflix series do you guys watch that did capture the soul in terms of, I feel like it's hard to capture the soul for a cartoon, isn't it, a little bit, in some regard. But tell you what, Bath, they're unfortunate here. They're going to get penalised, unfortunately, for, I believe they said incorrectly joining as well. Is that Joseph Dweber? It looks like Joseph Dweber. Yes, it is. Making his way out onto the field there for the Bordeaux Beagles. And also, I've seen the whole SpongeBob series as well. And who's your favourite SpongeBob character? Says Aiden. I feel like, I quite like Patrick. I feel like Patrick's just down to earth, isn't he? And not just because he lives in the ground, but he's just down to earth, you know? Ross Byrne kicks that one downfield. Good kick by him as well. And that one is going to be now the line out in favour of Leinster. It's not for everyone, but that's for sure. But also, and the more episodes they make, the weaker they get, in my honest opinion. And it's funny in the beginning, but it was funny in the beginning for sure as well. And this, I see George Ford signed for Sale Sharks as well. Says Kevin, they're not surprised about this because, or not surprised about that because the English side play their rugby in Division 2 in England because they were dock points and had to drop down as well there. As well, it's got their SpongeBob. It's a classic, and Patrick is the best as well. Says Katie Dixon now once again kicked high by Jameson Gibson-Park. 52 minutes into this game to almost take in. It has bounced backwards, and it's going to be the little knock on by Leinster. Can Bath stay in this game for just a little bit longer? Leicester are the underdogs in their game up against Bordeaux, but they are currently both sitting at 10 all apiece. So it will be interesting to see who can get the win for that one as well. Kick back downfield. It's charged down nicely. Going back, though, for the scrum, and it would have been the try for the big man, number 5, Ryan Baird, linking up with Ross Maloney there. The two lots, and also, anyone remember Big Time Rush? I want to say no, but I do, because that's the thing. Growing up with a sister as well, like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon was always on the TV. Like, I was one of those kids, you guys can probably imagine this. I wasn't really a, hey, can I watch what I want to watch? I was just a, hey, I'll watch whatever's on the TV because don't want to cause a scene, you know? And also, we've got there, that would have been the perfect charge as well. Says Katie there, I just realized how Roo cartoons were back in the 1980s as well until I grew up and rewatched them as an adult. Shrek as an adult, like, you learn a lot of the innuendos that you don't realize as a kid, which is quite interesting. There's quite a few children's movies like that. They throw in a few kind of cheeky jokes so that the parents still have something to enjoy in it as well, if that makes sense. I think that is how they do it anyway. At the moment, done. He's actually bleeding from his ear, which does not look too comfy for him. So I'm looking at his ear, and I don't want to because he is just getting it rubbed. He's got the cauliflower ear from him as well. And a little bit more Vaseline on that earlobe, trying to stop it from bleeding and busting open as well. What channel is it on as well? Says SPF. What country are you in, mate? Do let me know. In New Zealand, it is currently sitting on Sky Sport. I think it's Sky Sport 2 for us. Yes, it is. Sky Sport 2 have it here in New Zealand, and Sky Sport 1 has the game between Leicester and Bordeaux. And also, we have got there another classic, Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh was very good. And then I was more of a guts kind of girl as well. I always wanted a piece of the aggro correct to lift up over my head as well. There's Katie Dixon there. And have you seen the 70s TV show? Don't think so. If I'm honest, I don't think I have actually seen that 70s show. Is it that 70s show or the 70s show? I think it's that 70s show, isn't it? I don't think I have seen a single episode. It's going to be the advantage to Bath once again, trying to get themselves in a good attacking position. Good run forward there from their number 12, and this one is Max Ojamore now on the outside. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. Kokonasiga getting one of his first touches of the match. That was actually Rocco Daguni. Gonna have to release them there, 40 metres out from their own line here for Bath, and Bordeaux may have a chance of being able to make their way forward. It's a beautiful run here for Bath with the offload. Bayless was tackled almost without the ball as well. And also, have you seen 3 Happy Tree Friends as well, and Danny Phantom as well there. And the chat says that says Sebastian as well. At the moment now, it looks like there is a Bath man down, unfortunately, for him. And he looks like he's heavily injured there. And now, unfortunately, he's going to be trying to chase this one down. It's going to be chipped in behind, and it's still going to be available here for them as well. It looks like it's all happening at the moment in this game. One player looked like he was well and truly looking a little bit rocky on his feet. And now it is going to be firing back across there for Bath. They're on their 22 at the moment. Good carry forward from the number 19, Will Spencer. We have got the Remember the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I do indeed, because we did have someone called Zach and someone called Cody in my class. So I feel like they heard that many, many times as well. And also, we have got there in the chat as well, Fairly Odd Parents. Wait, was that Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? That one was Nickelodeon. They did have Fairly Odd Parents as well. And also we have got there, I would love to see New Zealand club teams play in the Champions Cup, might make it closer games as well, says Richard there. And have you seen the Waterboy? I have not. Going to be put high in the air once again. Bath trying to chase this one, not quite able to take it clean. It's going to be sitting up nicely for them. There was a little knock on, and they're going back for the penalty. Once again, Bordeaux have got the lead up against Leicester, and also we have got there. I only had 4 channels when I was a kid as well, says Jay Hayes. At the moment, in front of the kicker, I believe is a call offside against Bath. My voice likes me very much at the moment. I have noticed, but we others got there, but not all of them as well. And Nickelodeon Katie as well, says Sebastian there. Now kicking it for the corner. Leinster currently penalties conceded. They've only given away 7. Bath have given away 10. Fairly odd parents helped carve me into a weirdo I am today as well. And also the King of the Castle was for me, and was Ed and Eddie as well. And that one for Sebastian, it started from the bottom. Now you're here as well. Sees that Katie Dixon there with the channels on his TV. That's the thing. 10 years ago, like someone showing their face on a YouTube video, like people would wonder, even now I get people going like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Like in terms of in the chat. But like, it's become kind of a weird situation of like, you guys, like you tune in for all of these live streams, even though some of you can't watch the game. And even the guys who do have the game that they do have access to, you guys still watch these live streams. Which is pretty awesome indeed at the moment. Leinster breaking off the back. It's going to be Dan Sheehan dragged down nicely. Going to be advantage. Just could end up with a yellow card here for them, perhaps. Being lammed down the wing for Bordeaux. Trying to make a bit of an impact there. Good ball there. Devon Toner not quite able to reach out. In fact, it might have actually been the man in the number 6 jersey for this one. Once again, they are on the line. They have been told to stay there. It's going to be rush defense there. Trying to break the line. Gary Ringrose trying to get up and go again. It is still going to be on the side of Leinster. They've got numbers. Beautiful inside ball. And it's going to be Josh Vandenfleur was able to get that. Remember the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody Amish. Remember them as well. I do indeed as well. And also we have got there. I was the TV remote as the kid. Remote as the kid. I had to get up to change the channel as well. Says Jay Hayes. Yeah, that's the thing. Like technology is a weird thing when you think about it. Like when you really like think about it deeply, it's like, how did this happen? I feel like this is the chat we have at about 5:40 a.m. It's a great try for Leinster there to be able to get themselves another one there and at this matchup, and now they are going to be sitting on 43 points to the 13, so 30 points difference between the two sides. But you think about it, and it's like you guys are all over the world and I'm here, but you guys can all like talk to me like magically. Because I should watch all of them during a live stream and commentate them all again as well. Says Ada, that would be quite a fun one to be able to do. I know that you guys want to see me watch Lord of the Rings as one of the live streams, perhaps. Now it is going to be Ross Byrne who will be looking for this kick. Currently sitting pretty decent, Ross Byrne off the tee, sitting with the 30 points difference between these two sides. 22 minutes left in this one as well. And we will have to wait and see whether or not he can get it. George Ford at the moment, they are under pressure at Leicester. Sorry, they are just a little bit behind. And lucky my parents didn't even let us handle the remote as kids. My grandfather was convinced we would break it as well. And then the best cartoon of all time was Flintstones. Oh, good strike of the ball there for Ross Byrne. And because of it now, it does make the score 45 points for Leinster and also 13 for Bath there as well. And also we have got there Sabina's got a whole heap of middle fingers. Hey, Sabina, you can. And we have got there try scorers. Jameson Gibson-Park, Tyke Furlong, James Lowe, Hugo Keenan, Sia Neely. Keenan Kelleher as well there. In the chat, Josh Van den Fleur. And then it's Yucks the Toy is able to do it as well. But at the moment, Leinster sitting in a very good position for themselves here. And now we will have to wait and see exactly how they will be going for the later stages of this match. They've been looking strong so far. So I am excited to see whether or not maybe they can get themselves 2 more tries as well. I feel like that is going to be a possibility for them. And smart TV, smartphones, yet kids these days not so smart as well there in the chat as well. And it's the magic of Christmas, says it Maurice there in the chat as well. And it's going to be taken nicely by Bath just outside of their own 22. Toner here driving his way forth very nicely. It's going to be O'Brien and Ringrose there. It's a little knock on, unfortunately, for them once again. And Devon Toner, he is looking like he is ready to go for the later stage. And also Flintstone was pretty good, though. And the Jetsons and the Snorks, sorry, as well. And also we have got there on the chat, no remote back in the 80s as well. I had to actually get up and turn the knob on the TV to change the channel as well. My dad, he was mentioning about how a little while ago, like you pretty much back in the day, you do end up We have got there pendant alert of Ronan Kelleher as well. I did see Keegan Kelleher there, but I didn't want to say anything because of the fact that I haven't actually been running. I'm running out of allowed characters in a single comment soon as well. That could maybe be strategic. One less letter in a Keegan Kelleher's name compared to Ronan Kelleher there. That is all right at this stage. It is going to be once again a scrum feed for Leinster. They are sitting 32 points ahead. And this one, I should probably sit up a little bit more because I am relatively low there. And it is going to be once again a scrum reset here for them in this matchup as well. What I will quickly do is I will go like this very quickly. And I was got there Ronan Kelleher in the chat for Marie Scarvey as well. But 25 people are watching at the moment. That is actually quite a few for 5:42 a.m. here in New Zealand. And also we've got there 45 points at the moment for Leinster and 13 in favour of Bath. Do we think they're getting any more tries, ladies and gentlemen, for Bath in this situation? Can they get themselves one? We always got, they can't believe back in the old days, most of the TV had no colour on TVs as well, Given. But yeah, pretty much what my dad was saying. He was saying about how, like, for the rugby, you'd stay up as kids to stay up right till the game does take place. And then you would end up falling asleep just beforehand, and then you couldn't watch the replays because they didn't have them as well. Sorry about that, says Sebastian. No worries at all, mate. And also, I did also really enjoy watching iCarly as well, says Aiden there. I guess I'm kind of living the iCarly life in a weird way because I am putting videos online. Just a little bit different, I guess you could say as well. And I remember those. We had one in the den and my sister, and I would sneak in the bed at midnight and watch Liquid Television on MTV, Beavis and Butthead as well there. There's Katie Dixon now going to be using their backline nicely here for Leinster, trying to get the draw and pass going. Outnumbered, looking for the 50-22, although he was just inside of the half. Oh, it's a great kick downfield, and it will be Bath now. Or is it? Is it going to be the ball for Leicester? I don't believe it is going to be, or Leinster, sorry, and I think Bath will get another try at Leinster, maybe half as well. Says I'm going to reach there, and also we've got their Beavis and Butthead classic as well. Says Jay there in a chat. And anyone wondering about the score in the game between Bordeaux and Leicester here, they are sitting 13 points to 10 at the moment, Bordeaux, and they have got themselves just a little bit more of a lead anyway. Anyone seen SWAT Cats as well? That was gold as well. I have not. What year did it come out? Sebastian, do let me know. At the moment here, it is still going to be on the side of a Bath, just a few meters out from the line, not a lot of space. Did you see Barney in New Zealand? We did have slightly a little bit of Barney, but not really a huge amount. We also had Clifford the Big Red Dog, I remember rightly, if we're talking about big, large dinosaurs and dogs and whatnot. James Lowe taking that ball beautifully in the air, straight on him. He didn't release, though, for it was Rocco Daguni. So now it's Devon Toner making his way out there. Got Alala Tower on his arm, trying to help him out. Frawley now got attack and run straight through the gap. Beautifully done by Frawley. Finds the offload up, and it is going to be put down there by Luke McGrath. It's a knock-on advantage, it's an advantage in favour of Leinster here. We're only a few meters out from the line now. It's going to be a missed opportunity for Bordeaux there. And good morning as well, says Ollie Wilson. Welcome into Livestream I. I hope you are doing well at the moment. It is a little kick of mine. Bath have got this ball back, and it will be now Spencer who kicks it downfield, and also 1993 for SWAT Cats as well. Very good show as well. Oh, Steve, g'day, mate. Well, we have got the thing is that red you never get used to the red. And well, last time I was here, you were at 7,500 subscribers. Nice one, Hamish. The channel's growing, and the big 10K is inevitable at this point. I hope you're well, brother. I'm rocking but rolling as well, and keep up the good content and live streams coming as well. Thank you very much, Steve. It is great to see you again. Well, this one, I believe one of the last ones would have been one of those international live streams. I've gone red like that at the moment, I've noticed. So thank you very much for tuning in, mate. It is usually appreciated you being here for this one. Remember the Teletubbies, they do indeed. Tinky, Winky, Lala, Dipsy, and Poe. Dipsy, can you call someone Dipsy nowadays? I feel like that would get them in trouble for that one as well. And in New Zealand, we had Drake and Josh as well. Says Ollie Wilson there. And also we have got their lull. It's an Aussie cricket player as well, says Jay there. And the chat and Smithy dollar signs as well, says Katie Dixon. And also Street Sharks was awesome too there. And also it's a car wash. And that chat, but yeah, thank you very much, Steve, for that donation, mate. This hugely appreciate a little knock on there. And Bath are once again going to have the scrum feed. The other games that are taking place today, extremely close in this one. And can you remember high five as well? I do remember a little bit of high five. I couldn't name them to save myself there. Teletubbies was comfort food for my soul as well. And congratulations for taking the first Ashes. There's Steve as well, says Sebastian there in the chat. And also we have got there, no worries as well, says Steve. And good man, Steve, says Maurice there in the chat as well. But yeah, it must currently be sitting. Are you sitting 12:46 a.m. there, Stephen? Have you been watching any of the Big Bash lately, or are you more of just a rugby man in terms of that regard, because the T20 World Cup, of course, Australia able to get themselves a nice win there. Even though we were slightly isolated to the Kiwi lads by. Congrats on our case, us the Kiwi lads as well. Says Katie Dixon, thank you very much. That's the thing. Our goals, we keep on setting goals and we keep on just smashing them out of the park somehow. Like, that's the thing. Our light goal our subscriber goal by the end of the year, it was going to be in that situation of we were hoping to get to 3,500 subscribers, and we've done double it as well. 1246 at Smithy in Perth as well. He is indeed, or Western Australia, a little bit out from Perth as well. Well, I know that person in Western Australia, but he's not quite in Perth. He's a few hours away from it, I believe. And also us talking about cartoon really shows how bad Bath are as well. They've just been trapped inside their 22 for the past 7 minutes at this stage. They just can't really get out of it. There's really been nothing happening. They're just both sitting there 5 meters out from the line. Now they've dropped the ball bar as well. And now Devon don't know it is going to be instead. Still going forward here for that side as well. So it's pretty much just a case of they're still trying to make their way forward at this stage, and it is going to be Leinster once again driving forward very nicely. They look like they are going to be going nicely forward here. Leinster Crawley with the carry. I feel like another try is coming very soon. They have to get one. They're inside of the 22, and they just haven't looked like they're going anywhere but being in there as well. Perth Smash, welcome my fellow Perth person as well, says Jay Hayes there. Once again, driving his way forward nicely. Michael Alatoa, man who was at the Crusaders, of course, Super Rugby, only a little bit away. That's going to be a good bit of skill there from Hugo Keenan, but stolen there by the Bath player. Frawley trying to get on it. Still going to be just on the side of Bath now. They just keep on. That's the thing. Their goal line defense here in the last 5 or so minutes has actually been very strong. They haven't let them through, but they still just can't quite get their way up there. And it's going to be touched by a man on the Bath bench. So because of that, actually it was a man on the Bath bib. So because of that, Leinster cannot take it quickly. And that is why we are hearing a little bit of a boo around the stadium at the moment. But Ben Spencer trying to get it out there from their in-goal. Bath just kept on running it. They were hoping to find a way down the field for the full 100 meters, but just not quite able to get there as well. Now it is going to be Dan Sheehan. He has made his way out onto the pitch. I almost called it, or I guess it is a pitch in some regards, but I'm thinking more along the cricket teams as well. I love all sport. Can't help hoping for a fairy tale win in the URC. Seeing Edinburgh just behind Leinster as well. It might happen as well, says Steve Smith. The thing is, funny you mention Edinburgh. At the moment in the Challenge Cup, they were leading at halftime 13 points. They're still winning up against Saracens in the second half of their game. At the moment, they are sitting around 50. They might be a little bit more than 52 minutes in all. Okay, you know what colour that middle part is because it has disappeared. But Edinburgh at the moment, they are sitting 16 points to 16. 16 points to 15 over Saracens as well. And also we've got that, is it full? As well, says Richard there. And the chat at this stage. Yeah, it will be interesting. What is full? Richard, do let me know. And also we have got there, oh my gosh, what am I seeing, Hamish? Please tell me I am into seeing dreams. $200 super chat. How is this possible? Congratulations for your super chat. Says Cody, thank you very much, mate. It is Steve Smith. He is an absolute legend on the channel. You all know his legendary status from probably the rugby as our series are losing as well, says Sebastian. And of course, he is very happy for that one as well. But now at this stage, we have also got the coding. We'll start talking cricket in about 5 minutes as well. Says Jay, I mean, the cricket is tomorrow. Thunder taking on the Melbourne Stars. Should be an exciting game. And we will be covering that on the channel as well. That is starting at about 9:15 p.m. tomorrow night. And then we have got more of the Champions Cup where we will get to see. Oh, Saracens just took the lead. Wait, Marco Vunipola penalty. Wait. Oh, Manu Vunipola is playing for Saracens. I was like, wait, Marco Vunipola, he's not taking the kick, surely, but it's Manu Vunipola who is playing at 10. So Saracens have now got themselves an 18 points to 16 lead here in the crowd in the Leinster game as well. Says Richard, they've got quite a few people there by the looks of it. I don't know whether or not it's completely sold out. Michael Alatoa, though, still driving his way forward. Beautiful offload, and Leinster just trying to keep this ball alive. Continuing to make their way forward, currently sitting 68 minutes in. Gonna be a nice bit of drawing past. James Lowe drag down close to the touchline, able to somehow keep that ball in field of play though. The answers of Dol here as well. And then from Katie Dixon and Smithy has given some very big super chats to Kiwi lads though. He's given at least 1,000 by now as well. Says Katie Dixon, yeah, he's pretty much been funding the Kiwi lads HQ, I guess you could say. Although at this stage he will be probably covering the cost of some cough lollies so that my voice does try and return back. And I thought it was the real Steve Smith cricketer from Australia donating $200 as well. That's what I love to see. If Glasgow not winning, I've got to support Edinburgh naturally because of the Scots or being Scottos as well, says Steve Smith there. Beyond, actually, the thing is, in that game, it would be kind of cool to see Edinburgh win it because of the fact that Saracens, they're expected to win it. They haven't really gone with a strong lineup, or they've got a few very good players in there, but they've also got a few that they have kind of taken the risk with. So it would be kind of, imagine Edinburgh winning that game. They would have been like $20 underdogs for that one at least on the odds. Like, that's the thing. Bath to win this game, they were sitting $61 underdogs. Probably understandable, seeing the way that the score is sitting at the moment. Oh, well, I just joined. I saw the donation. Wow, as well. Says that Mr. Cookie Boy. Yeah, Steve Smith. He is well and truly just blown my mind once again. The thing is, like, it's almost a jump scare when you get the donation because it turns bright red on your screen, and anything, like, as you guys know, normally red is not a good color, but in this situation, it is a very good color because the fact that you think that something's like crashed and it's gone like red as in like warning or something like that, but it's just Steve Smith once again coming back into the live streams as well, which is absolutely awesome to see. And yeah, I hope you have been well, mate. At the moment, Bath still trying to get their way forward. They don't look like they're giving up here. They're just going to keep on making their way forward. Little chip and chase here for them as well. It's going to be sitting up nicely for Leinster, but they're going back for the penalty now in favour of them as well. And we have got he's an angel for sure. 10 out of 10 as well. 10 out of 10. I've seen some crazy super chats on an American channel. I used to mod on 15 grand in 3 hours as well. I went to bed and stream lasted in 5 hours. He had over 1 million subs though as well. Sees that JA there, and also we have got there. This is that is a lot, or that is like a lot as well, and it certainly is. And also we have got there, my theory is that he really is the one as well, says Sebastian there. And also that is a lot of dollars and a lot of subs for sure as well, says Katie Dixon there. But the try scorers so far in this game, Jameson, Gibson-Park picking up 2, Tyke Furlong, James Lowe, Hugo Keenan, Ronan Kelleher, Josh Van den Fleur are all of the try scorers for Leinster. And then in this game, Bath, they've just got the one, and it was Jacques Statoy. Also able to get it. I love these streams. They're amazing as well, says Mr. Cookie Boy. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated you being here for them. There is 20 minutes left in the other games that are happening at the moment. Saracens versus Edinburgh is sitting 18 points to 16. Bordeaux versus Leicester at the moment is still sitting 13 points to 10. And I got to do some live streams when the MLR starts up as well. Says Katie Dixon, and that's only in 50 days' time, which is going to be absolutely awesome to see. Hopefully, we will be able to do some sort of MLR live streams on the channel as well. Who knows, Katie? Maybe we could try and do some sort of MLR collaboration in terms of the fact that since you are American, you probably know your stuff way better than I do. That is the China now only 5 minutes out of the moment here for Bath. Can they get over the try line one last time in this matchup? Good defense though for Josh Van den Fleur, just pushing his way forward. Now Dunn, good carry forward for him. Tom Dunn getting closer and closer. Off the feet, going back for the penalty. Wait, is it Ronan? Apologies. I'm a bit confused now. So I said to mention it is Ronan Kelleher for that one. I believe I have got Ronan there. Yes, I do. For Ronan Kelleher there. And also we have got the as well, says Cookie Boy there, and yup in the chat. And who you would know the channel scammer payback as well in the chat as well, says Jay. And there, but it is going to be interesting to see how it does go. And at the later stage of this game for Bath, he's just scrubbed that one into touch. He's gone, you know what, we're close enough, we'll just put it out, and it's all good. Only glad to support the channel, Hamish, as well. And yeah, it is absolutely hugely appreciated. Like, that's the thing. We've got plans at this stage, and you are well and truly making them happen for us. And it is absolutely awesome indeed. We have got there New Zealand. What is the average weather in a whole year? Do you really have a lot of hot weather and very cold weather, Hamish? Please tell me. Please tell Hamish as well, says Coding. So pretty much we're sitting at the moment 10 degrees. So in summer, we probably get up to maybe 25, somewhere around there. And then it is going to be, in winter, we were down to about -4. I was doing my live streams at about 5 a.m., sitting in -3 conditions. But there were some very good matches of rugby to keep it heated. As for sure, now they are going to have to use this one here for Bath. Once again, a little bit low with the pass into the hands of Ojamo once again. Still going to be available for them. The replacement number 21 here, Joe Simpson. Looking like they are going to the short side. Leinster at the moment, they're seeming to really have not slowed down at all for the second half. Leicester now have been able to get themselves to 3 points, and now that makes the game 13-all between the two sides. And also, yes, Ronan Kelleher and Kian Healy as well, says Maurice here. Now it is still going to be in the hands of Bath. They want one more try. They're getting closer as well. 7 minutes left in this one. I believe Leinster, once we get to 80 minutes, they will probably more than likely just kick this ball out. They don't really have anything to prove in the later stages. Jim Browning, I think, Katie, as well. That's going to be the penalty to Leinster for not releasing there. And also, I know a YouTuber I stopped watching back in 2019 for some reason. I don't remember his channel name, but he would call scammers back and expose them as well. Says Katie Dixon there. Chat as well, but now it is going to be Frawley. He will be kicking this one for the touchline. The reason for that is he is right-footed, and he has certainly got a long boot on him. Kicking it nicely downfield, 40 metres out from their own line. We've also got there, is anyone going to the beach Christmas Day as well? Says Richard, I am not. I'm actually going to be here for lunch And then also we are going to be doing our live stream on Boxing Day, but not just the Boxing Day test, but also for the BBL as well when we do cover it. Jim Brownie is good. He's from England as well. Says Jay Hayes there. And also I haven't been able to watch live streams lately because when the live stream started, it's like midnight for me, but this one, it's a bit later than midnight, like 6 hours as well. Says Mr. Cookie Boy. But yeah, the games of the Champions Cup, we have got 3 more games coming tomorrow, the first of which is going to be a very exciting contest between Ospreys and Sail Sharks. And the next game after that, Munster versus the Wasps, which I am looking forward to. And then we've got Castres versus Harlequins. If I didn't mention that game, Sebastian, he wouldn't be too happy with me because it should be a pretty awesome fixture as well. At the moment, Leinster using their backline. James Lowe tries to step, not able to find the offload though. There's a good attack on him. It looks like it is going to be Frawley now. Great step on the inside. He's been phenomenal throughout this game here for Frawley, finding the offload on the outside now. And good inside ball. Nicely handled there by Ryan Beard, who was able to take it and now breaking through here. It is going to be Sheehan, is it? Yes. Almost able to get through 25 meters out. My throat feel better when next live stream you are doing as well, says Kevin. So the next one, I may consider Exeter Chiefs Montpellier if my voice has completely come back, but more than likely it will be the match between the Thunder and the Stars that will be taking place tomorrow night at 9:15. I don't remember his name. I don't even remember his channel name as well. And I just remember the channel had the cutesy name. As I know, it's kind of funny. And wore aviator glasses as well. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. And there I can't say I'm not a bit jealous of Leinster. Always seems to have a consistent dominance in the URC. That's why I want a true Hollywood fairy tale Edinburgh win as well. I want epic and historic moment in sports. That would be absolutely phenomenal. I have no idea how much Edinburgh we're paying at the start of the season to be able to win that. But I know that when you think about the sides, Edinburgh probably was sitting about 10th in terms of the order of favourites, which is why if they were able to get it done, hey, well, I'm hopping on the Scotland bandwagon at the moment, but I think it is going to be, that's the thing, if they can get through to, I think it is the semi-finals is all they need to do, and then from there, if they win their 2 games, they would be winning that one for Edinburgh as well. It would be Kitboga as well. There says Jay there in the chat. And also we have got there, thank you Jay, and thank you Jay as well in the chat. Says Katie Dixon there, and also we have got the He as well. So tell you what, there's some good YouTube knowledge that we have got ourselves in the chat. That is for sure. But at the moment, the game between Saracens and Edinburgh sitting at 18 points still to Saracens, 16 to Edinburgh here. So they'll be hoping for a winner. It looks like at this stage, Andrew Porter just meeting a child there as well, who did come over to talk to him. I should mention, I should add that on the end. And there is not as many people watching as you have in other streams as well, says Mr. Cookie Boy. Although we are in the middle of the night here in New Zealand, Heineken star of the match is Tyke Furlong. But like I always say, whether there's 5 people watching or 100 people watching, like these are always just so much fun to be able to do. Like we're sitting at 6 a.m. and I'm wide awake at the moment. We've still got 2 more games of rugby that are going to be coming later on tonight as well. 4.5 minutes left in this game between Leinster and Bath, and it is a penalty to Leicester once again there, and it's a long shot. I knew, but then Emma Rudikanu, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It was a long shot at Wimbledon this year too as well. Says Steve Smith, so exactly right. Underdogs, we do get to see every once in a while that underdog story can happen, and I hope Edinburgh will be able to possibly, that's the thing. Oh, I'll ask you the question, Steve, although I think I know the answer for it. Would you rather them beat Saracens in this game of the Challenge Cup, or would you rather them make it through to the semi-final with the URC? I feel like that's a pretty obvious one, though, probably for yourself, or maybe both might be the better option there. And Edinburgh have showed up big time today in the mix of the last 20s. I hope they can do it as well, says Maurice there. No more tries for Bath, that's sad as well, says Aidan. And now Leinster, it is going to be James Lowe. He's offloaded on the inside, though. And now Bath, they're just trying to keep this ball alive, and it looks like they're doing it very nicely. Quick hands there. And now it is going to be in the hands of a Rocco Daguni, sitting 40 meters out of the moment here for Bath. Dunn fires the ball back. This is actually looking not too bad for Bath. They've got an overlap on the outside. Oh, it's an interception pass almost thrown, but now the big man trying to use his legs. They're just not quite working out for him, though. It was the number 6. He was trying to run as quick as he could there, Tom Ellis, but the legs didn't want to go. Both, of course, I'm greedy as well, says Steve Smith there. And say somehow you drop down to 10 subs, I would still watch you. That's how good of a YouTuber you are. I guess we didn't have it quite to that extent, but we did experience something similar to that a few weeks ago for the Cricket World Cup when we were doing the live stream. That's going to be possibly called as a deliberate knockdown, or just going to be called as a knock-on, I believe it is. And Emma asks, US Open Champions Steve as well, says Richard there. But yeah, pretty much it is that situation of we got a copyright strike on our main channel for a Cricket World Cup live stream we were doing. We were doing the same format as this, except it was actually struck down by another YouTube channel who didn't want us being the competition for them. So pretty much they struck us down. It took 2 weeks for it to come off. So we went from a channel that was sitting on like 7,000 subscribers covering rugby. We went down onto the Kiwi Lad Sport that had 300. But I did say the whole time on that as well, like at the end of the day, as long as I've got somewhere I can live stream and talk to you guys, I am well and truly going to continue powering through as well. And we did quite a few live streams on that Kiwi Lad Sport channel on 14 likes, 25 liking, 25 watching, I should say, and smash that like button there as well. And also we have got there in the chats, make that like button as well. And also we've got there, will you be doing doing the Australia Open tournament, Hamish, as well? When does that start? Aidan, do let me know. And also, do you know who it was? I do. I know the channel, but I'm not going to say just because I feel like it will cause a drama for them. And I know that they did something that's like not ideal for us, but then I feel like it's just one of those ones that it is what it is. And they are actually, the thing that I will say is they're actually quite a huge channel. Like they've got over 100,000 subscribers as well. So they didn't really need to strike us down. We had 23 people watching. So I don't know whether or not they really ended up like, they ended up just getting a little bit annoyed that we were doing it as well. And also, that's probably a good idea as well, says Mr. Cookie Boy. And in January as well, says, ain't so bad. So we could have a look at it for the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. So now 5 minutes out here for Bath. Can they get themselves one final try in this matchup? It's a brilliant run, and yes, they do, between the sticks. And it is the try there for Bath. And they have been able to score in the last minute. That's bang out of order as well, says Maurice there. And also we have got there in the chat, you're an example to us all, Hamish, as well. I'm still salty as heck over that strike as well. And it's hard to commentate tennis, though. The commentators are silent as well at the points as the point is being played. Yeah, I guess that is a good point. I would just be like, oh, the ball's been hit. Another one. Hit back. Sit again. Forehand. Backhand. So I guess I'd have to find a way of being able to commentate it in a way that is kind of still entertaining. So maybe I'd play like, I know that there's a game called Australian Open on Xbox, so maybe I play along with that and then just have to score as well. And Katie, you're not salty, you're pretty chilled. And funny as well, says Aiden there, I know the channel you're talking about. I had a look and his channel is bad as well. Says that JA's there, and Bath said yeet there as well in the chat. And they are just a bunch of rats, as well, says Katie Dixon there. And also the live stream's going to end soon as well, says Mr. Cookie Boy. It is indeed. But the good news is you guys are going to get to put up with me for about 10 hours tomorrow as well. So there's good news all around, I guess you could say. Leinster want to get their act together to get to the 50 as well, says Maurice. Here at the moment, it is 20 points to Bath, 20 points to Bath, 45 to Leinster now. Oh, what was my prediction? I've got a few of our predictions starred, which we will have a look at afterwards, but I did say that Bath would get themselves one more try, and it looks like they are willing to possibly just close out this game. The thing is, though, they've got 2 tries, so they can't get themselves the bonus point, and the try score is there from Sebastian as well. I think he's better to win. But when it comes to that strike, I seriously want to call all their mums and cuss them out as well, says Katie Dixon there. And George Ford at the moment taking a kick from 76 minutes into that game, and he is going to be possibly given the lead to Leinster up against Bordeaux. And when is your next stream? So it is going to be 9:15 a.m. tomorrow night. 9:15 p.m. tomorrow night. This night that is coming up in the near future. So in about 15 hours time. Nice run forward from Bath once again, trying to sell the dummy, and it's going to still be available here for Bath. They look like they haven't given up just as of late. I'm going to drive their way forward. We're after the 80 minutes as well. I typed Keenan again, but that's his brother as well in the chat. Also, we've got their thanks for the live stream, Hamish, as well. Take care. See you soon. As I says, Kevin, thank you very much, mate, for tuning in, and it's hugely appreciated. You guys all being here. Like I mentioned, we have got the BBL tomorrow, and also we have got ourselves the Champions Cup as well. Bath are still going here. They're not giving up. They want to get themselves just the one more try. They can't afford to give away the penalty, though, or else it would be unfortunate for themselves. That's a good tackle there. He's close to the touchline. It's still in the field of play, and it's still available for them. I will just look for live streams when I am awake as well. There says Mr. Cookie Boy. And what time is the next rugby game you're doing live for? I believe it is 2 a.m. tomorrow night. New Zealand time is when we are going live for the game between Ospreys and also the Sale Sharks. Nice seller dummy. Leinster now on the outside. The draw and pass opening up. Frawley trying to go straight through. Has flicked it out the back. That's going to be the knock on. And Bath have got this ball once again. Neither side want to end this game. Seems like they're just going to keep on going, and bangs on the drums as well there. And also after the stream, me and Katie are off to karate in the garage as well. And also we have got there, it's very annoying with all the strikes Hamish gets for no reason as well. That is going to be the knock on. That will be the end of the game. And Leinster win this game 45 points to 20 for Bath. If people know this channel is attacked, then some subscribers can offer helpful advice as well, says Maurice there. But yeah, pretty much it is that case of like they were a huge channel in terms of the scheme of things. So it was pretty much like the problem is as well, it was a channel that they don't primarily speak English on it as well. So I don't think they understood the email that I did send, just saying like, hey, it's an accident. Like in terms of like it's an accident on your end because you've striked my channel for no reason type thing. And I think they just ignored it as well because they knew that once it was over, the Cricket World Cup was going to be over as well. So it did mean that we weren't going to be able to cover any more games of that Cricket World Cup. At the moment, Leicester are leading their game up against Bordeaux, 16 points to 13. So a very close one. Take care and all stay safe. And the strike was a joke anyway. Hamish, my advice would be stay away from anything World Cup and Olympic in terms of sport, being a world event on YouTubers seem to get real sensitive, in that area as well. Says Steve Smith there. Dave, Edinburgh scored a try. They're in the lead over against Saracens with only a little bit of time left. That's kind of cool how the green does. I don't know why my brain, for a second there, I was like, if I hold up that green, you'll be able to see me through my phone, but that's not quite how green screens work. But that is another try for Edinburgh there. I'm just going to quickly see. It was in the 68th minute, so they've still got 12 minutes left in that game, and how can these people be so ravenously greedy and stupid to think that no one gets the comment, but them as well? What a bunch of muffets as well, and also Guan, the Emperor as well, big love all as well there, and also take care and stay safe all as well. And the chat from It Was Jay, so we will see you later on. Cheers for the stream, and cheers everyone for tuning as well. Says Sebastian, and excellent. Says Steve Smith. I'm tempted, to be honest. That game's not being shown here in New Zealand, but should we talk till that game is over to see if Edinburgh can get the win? Do you guys want me to stick around for just another 10 minutes to see how it does go for them? But at the moment, Ben Lamb, he was driving his way forward. Still only 40 seconds left in that other game between Bordeaux and Leinster here. It was nicely stolen. I believe they have still got just one more play into this matchup. A little bit of an injury for Ben Lamb, I believe it is. Might be a little bit of cramp in that leg. And yes, as well, says Maurice and Saracens are really not doing well. We're happy days as well. And also we have got the FOYM as well, and also hashtag FOYM as well. One moment, ladies and gentlemen, I might be able to fix this very quickly so that we can actually see that scoreboard for that game that is taking place. Whereabouts? There it is. Right, we'll go like this, and we will go like this. One moment, ladies and gentlemen, I am quickly setting up that scoreboard. I feel like I'm well and truly behind Edinburgh in this game now. We will go like this. We will go like that as well. And then we go like this. Like, nope, that's not it. We go like this. We go like this. We go like this. Then we click this. You will see that my green screen is not very wide, ladies and gentlemen. But now we go like that as well. Share the screen. This one, the window, Edinburgh. There we go. You guys should be able to now see that, I believe, if I'm not wrong. No, you can't. Now you can. There we go. And we have got it up there as well. We also got there in the chat as well. Conversion will be nice for Edinburgh as well. Unfortunately, they have got Emiliano Boffelli as their kicker, and he misses everything. Unfortunately, that's going to be a penalty to Bordeaux, so that game is not over yet between those two. Have a great day and night, everyone, as well on YouTube, brother. Says Katie Dixon there. And also, yes, says it was Maurice there, and who is closest to the score as well, says Jay. I'm not too sure where they are on the field for that game as well. They're not actually showing those games here in New Zealand. We've got Bordeaux versus Leicester at the moment, and they have kicked that one for touch, and it is going to be just outside of the 22 or just inside of the 22, and Bordeaux will have one last opportunity to be able to either draw this game or win this game perhaps. So we'll have to wait and see. We also got their thanks chat fam in the Kiwi lads as well, and I didn't know they have Keenans in stadiums as well. Says Mr. Cookie Boy. That is a good point. Anytime, that's the thing. It is pretty much like this green screen. It's very good for the convenience side of it because it can kind of like you just stretch it up and then it is there in the background. But they also have the case of it not really being too wide. It is going to be the rolling ball here for Bordeaux. They might be able to steal this game in the final minute, depending on how it goes. It has gone down there. Leicester, they've given away the advantage. This could be a draw here in this game if they decide to go for the kick. Do they take it on or do they win this game? That's a big question. Try scorer is good. Christian Saracens for the game, and also Moyano. And now for Edinburgh then. Have a great day, everyone. Talk tomorrow as well. And the best curtains. And they're from Katie Dixon. What do they decide to do? It looks like, they're going to kick it for the corner here, Bordeaux. They might be able to steal this one in the final moment. Curtains are great as well, says Jay Hayes. So it is 81 minutes through. Leicester at the moment, they are leading that game 16 points to 13. They've got the bonus defensive point here at the moment for Joseph Weber. Now this throw needs to be straight. And yes, the best of all curtains as well there, says that Mr. Cookie Boy. And Edinburgh at this stage, it is still sitting on the exact same score as we were sitting just before. We will go like this, and hopefully it keeps on updating. It says 79, but I believe we aren't quite there at 79. How much were they as well, says Mr. Cookie Boy? That's a good question. They actually came with the house. So I have no idea how much they would have been. The ball is off the back there for Bordeaux. Once again, Joseph Weber breaks off. Still available on the side of Bordeaux. This game is actually going down the wire as well for this other one. At the moment, Edinburgh, They have still got their lead up against the Saracens, and Jenna had curtains as well. And that's a penalty to Leicester. They've won that game up against Bordeaux. They were the underdogs. They shouldn't have been winning that game, but I did actually back them from the start. I said that they should be able to get that win, and that is a brilliant one. That's woken me up well and truly. They came with the house, put it on a shirt as well. Says Katie Dixon there, and Jenna curtains, and also I think that they are more classy drapes as well. Says Maurice, they are indeed. They're very nice. They're white on this side and they're pink on the other, or kind of maroon, I guess you could say there. And now we obviously got there, yeah, they mostly come with the house most times as well in the chat. But at the moment, Edinburgh are still sitting just in the lead. Can't say I'm not pleased as punch, seeing Saracens currently losing to Edinburgh. How the mighty have fallen as well there, says Steve Smith. This has been, the thing is, Leicester Tigers winning that game is absolutely phenomenal for them as well. And I am very happy for them. Alice Skins, you can see the emotion on his face. He can't believe that they've been able to beat Bordeaux away from home as well. And yeah, they mostly come with the house most times as well, says Cookie Boy there. And also that's kind of what my curtains look like as well. And Leicester are just taking the piss at this point. 10 consecutive wins as well, says Sebastian. Although, would you have preferred Leicester or don't answer that. Never mind. I was going to say, would you prefer Leicester or Bordeaux won that game? But I feel like I know exactly what you would have been saying. This game at the moment between Edinburgh and also Saracens, it is still in play. I believe they've still got another 5 minutes or so left of that one. While we're at it, though, we'll get some stats for the Leinster versus Bath game. But Edinburgh, I'm waiting to see a try scored by Saracens. I feel like it's coming, and I have that bad gut feeling that it could be coming as well. I don't know whether it's because they're the underdogs for this matchup, but the fact that they are still winning at this point of the game, it's hugely impressive I should say, as well. One moment, we are quickly going to check this one. I'm going to see how the odds have them sitting at the moment. For them, it is actually, no, they don't have the odds for that game between Saracens and at the other side as well, but it's certainly a close game between the two sides. And also we have got there, how do you bring this energy? Please tell me this. It's your 4th or 5th stream, and how this fluent English you are speaking so rapidly. I feel so motivated by seeing you as well, says Going. Thank you very much, mate. Pretty much, I think it is just like, I was going to say a lack of sleep, but it's also like, for some reason, like watching sport and having you guys in the chat as well just makes it like so much fun for these ones. So I can't believe that you said that my imaginary girlfriend, Jenna, has nice curtains. So I'm still not doing it, mate. You're closer and closer each time, as I feel like if I have one more live stream after this, I would slip up and end up accidentally saying her full name. As you've got it written there, have you ever thought about getting into football/soccer as well? I've watched a little bit of football in the past, but nothing like crazily, like I guess consistently, unfortunately. And also we have got there, and the chat as well, I'll get you one day, as I says Jay. I feel like you will. The time that you do it, that it isn't Jenna and it's someone else, I probably will end up in that situation. Also, we have got there as vocal cords need a break as well, says that Maurice there. Yeah, pretty much. I guess the good thing about these live streams is the fact that, like, I know that I can't fit in any more words in a day, I guess you could say. So I know that I'm not missing out on any words because of the fact that I just end up completely wearing down the vocal cords throughout these live streams. Edinburgh is still leading, ladies and gentlemen. I was about to go like this, but then I realized you guys can actually see it still on the screen. I love a green screen. One moment. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? Does it actually? Oh, look at that. That's like a fancy animation. Other than the fact that it has got that massive glitch on my phone at the same time. Green screens are a lot of fun. Whoa, that's good focus, and also is a good sport once you're into it as well, says Mr. Cookie Boy. I've been trying to watch a little bit more of the Premier League and whatnot recently just to try and follow along. You should call horse races as well, says Jay Hayes. I might consider giving it a go at some stage, and seems to have fluctuated from series as champs to Exeter Chiefs and now Leicester at the moment, or having their moment, and whereas in the URC, Leinster every year as well. Could this year be different? Could Edinburgh maybe get themselves at anyone who does want to know who Edinburgh have as their other opposition for this year? They have got Glasgow in their next game of the United Rugby Championship, and their next European Challenge Cup game they have got actually Breve. So I think they'll win that game relatively comfortably up against Breve, I would think. So we'll have to wait and see, of course. Who was your other team that you didn't mention? Is it Glasgow, Steve? There are the other side that you do like watching, because that is going to be happening. Glasgow versus Edinburgh at 8 a.m. in 16 days' time on December the 28th is when that game has taken place. And also they have got there the Challenge Cup game. They are going to be playing the London Irish as well as the other opponent that they have got for themselves. I'm getting to see Australia versus New Zealand highlights at the moment. I noticed you didn't mention the current championships or champions of the Premiership as well. And also the Premier League is good. My favourite team is Liverpool as well, says Mr. Cookie Boy. And also we have got their months due a cup soon, Steve, even though they are my hated enemy as well, says Maurice there. But yeah, it will be very interesting to see whether or not they can get the job done. Is this game still going between Edinburgh and Saracens? It's up to 84 minutes. Yeah, Glasgow has like 6 or something, unfortunately, as well. Because I believe it's in the URC, isn't it, that you are pretty much the top side go through guaranteed, and then it's the next few sides, I believe. I'm just going to quickly look up the rules because I always end up getting them slightly wrong. So it's pretty much 4 of the top conference, and the next 4 highest ranked teams will qualify for the Champions Cup, remaining qualify for the Challenge Cup as well. Top 8 teams on overall table qualify for the quarterfinals. So that would mean, more than likely, at the moment, the way that they're sitting, it would be Glasgow sitting in 5th, so they are actually qualifying for the quarterfinals as we are sitting at the moment. I can only imagine you and Blaze talking and a stream commentating as well. Says Jay Hayes, like even our commentary or even our conversations off stream are just rapid fire, like boom, 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 boom. So I really think they have the best team this year as well. And also they set an English Football Club record as well for Liverpool there. And I can imagine it as well. They're up to 85 minutes, although we do know that Flash Score are always slightly wrong with their score lines or their scoreboards. But Edinburgh at the moment, they are still in the lead. And this one, Hamish, do you go to college as you are doing YouTube from 2 years? You are 22, so I think you are doing this without any college degree. So cool as well. Says Cutting, yeah, at this stage, it was originally just going to be a bit of a, I guess, part-time type thing. But then I ended up well and truly just getting invested in it. And I haven't looked back ever since. We've been going for about 1 year and a half at the moment, and we've just been flying up and everything as well. Glasgow had a fabulous backline and Harlem Globetrotter style of footy as well when they won the league a number of years ago as well, says Maurice there. And also, when it's Blazer's birthday, does anyone know? I'm not actually too sure. I want to say May, but I could be wrong. I think I've just chosen a random month. And college degree as well for YouTube. I know that people have said that maybe I should study for kind of like the commentary side of it at college or Polytech or something along those lines, but maybe one day we will look into it as well. They set the record for winning all 6 of their group games in the Champions League as well, says it Mr. Cookie Boy there for the Liverpool side there, of course. But now at the moment, did Man City get the win over the Wolves? Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, but we're still waiting for this game to be over. They're still leading Edinburgh. I feel so bad what's happening in the Saracens versus Edinburgh game. Unfortunately, due to the coverage in New Zealand, they don't actually show it here as well. His birthday was recent as well, and Saris have the ball, I presume, probably more than likely. They will be hanging on to it at the moment, and they won't want to give it up. I really hope that number from 18 doesn't tick over to 23. I feel like that would just hurt Edinburgh so much. Definitely with it saying that it's 87 minutes in, and they have like good teams in their group as well there. And also we have got there, his birthday was recent, and also there, Saris have the ball, I presume. I assume that they have. They'll probably had it for the past 5 minutes or so, and it's whether or not they can get through the defense of Edinburgh, which is just hanging on at the moment by a thread. It's getting closer and closer because I assume, actually, that said 79 when we were about 69 minutes in, so I think we've still got a few more minutes. City beat the Wolves 1-0 and Arsenal won 3-0 against Southampton as well, says Sebastian there, because I know that it was halftime for Man City versus the Wolves, wasn't it? And it was sitting 0-0. Pretty much 51% possession for Bath in this game with 65% territory going the way of Saracens we have got there. So 3 out of the 4 Irish teams will qualify for the European Cup next year from the URC. Manchester City, we're winning at halftime as well. Says Richard, were they winning at halftime? And also we have got their low in the chat, and they played today, but I didn't watch it because it was really early-ish as well. Is that correct? 87 minutes. I know that Flash Score always get it wrong in terms of their score, so I don't think it is sitting 88. It's probably more likely 78 at the moment. Through students with lots of degrees can't have the passion that you have towards multiple sports. I am a cricket lover, but you have a love for so much sports, so cool as well. Says Coding, thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciate it. I'm getting the same line score in Dublin as well. Says Maurice there, and Flash Score has bamboozled us before as well. Says Katie, that's true. One of the other games, it was up to 88 or so, and then it went straight back down to about 74 minutes or something along those lines. That is correct. And Billy Madison as well there says that Jay Hayes. I've actually realized there's another Champions Cup game that will be kicking off now. 6:20 it will be the matchup that has taken place for the Heineken Champions Cup between 2 very talented sides. I believe the first one, it is going to be Biarritz. They will be taken on, Clermont are actually playing, and they are going to be playing up against, who are Clermont playing? Are they not playing yet? Oh, no, there's still another 10 minutes, sorry. And being an expert in Scottish rugby, Edinburgh will not fail us to lose in the final minute as well. I'm going to update the scoreboard. We're up to 89. I hate this so much. Like, I love being able to watch the games and to only see a scoreboard and, like, hear no commentary or anything like that as well for it. It just makes me put like pretty much on the edge of my seat. Ulster game is on y'all as well, says Katie Dixon. Yeah, they are going to be playing up against Clermont in their game. I'm keeping an eye on you, mate, as well. And Ulster says that Richard there, and I scored Liverpool. Aston Villa won, and a nil for Mohamed Salah scored for Liverpool as well there. And their fixture, but at the moment, 89 minutes through. We're not ending this live stream until we see whether or not Edinburgh win that one. And we're either going to all go to bed sad, even though we're probably not going to bed. There's still plenty more rugby on. It's going tough. It is tough going as well, says Maurice there. But yeah, pretty much we're either going to go to bed slightly disappointed with the end score, or it's up to 90. Surely that's wrong from Flash score. It can't be 90 minutes, and surely for this game. My voice has almost disappeared, as you guys can hear. I just want to see that tick over to be in black, and it's saying that it's full time for Edinburgh. And it's still just waiting. Takes Katie away to the garage to do karate as well. Says JA's there, and also we have got the Ulster in the chat there, and also we have got there Manu and Norwich are playing at 6:30 as well. So perhaps we'll be watching that game alongside the other one. But 7 tries in this match for Leinster, 90 minutes. Well, old man as well. Yeah, I feel like that is more likely 80 now for it to be sitting. But anyone who does want to know the score in the game that we have got for this one, it was 45 points for Leinster and 20 for Bath. I should actually mention about the predictions that you guys gave at the start of the match. Who was closest? I would say, okay, there's a few close people. Daniel wasn't too far off of 55-18. Sebastian was sitting 50 points to 16. So he's actually got the exact amount of points there for Sebastian. Just a little bit, 1 point off, but just a little bit around the wrong order. I wasn't too close at all with 57 points to 25 there as well. And also we have got there Disc Karate in the garage as well. And also we have got, I want the stuff the Flashmore Edmonds are smoking as well there. Yeah, at the moment it is still sitting waiting for the final. I'm happy, boy. I'm happy, boy. I'm happy for you, Steve, as well, because I have just seen that it has said that it is full-time on my device, and Edinburgh are able to beat Saracens 21 points to 18. That will update in a very short moment, and then we will know that Edinburgh were able to pull off the ultimate upset. That is one that definitely wasn't supposed to happen for today, because Liverpool beat them 5-0 as well. And Sebastian is a wizard there, and we were karate times as well there, and Seb is Harry Potter, says Jay Hayes. So Flash score, even though they're up to 90 minutes, they're still a little bit behind for this fixture, but it was very nicely done by Edinburgh. I wish I could find that game somewhere to be able to watch it, because that will be a very good one. Leinster having 478 running meters there, 23 defenders beaten in that match as well, 7 clean breaks, just insanely good for them as well. They played all the minutes as well. Says Katie Dixon, surely this isn't wrong. This one's still going, though. They haven't updated it on Flash Score. And also, if it is 90 as well, Saris have had the ball for the territory for 10 minutes as well. Are they going for a line out and win scrums top Beno as well? Too many questions at the moment as well, says Maurice there. And also, we have got this highly disrespectful to us vampires as well, says Sebastian. I'm not a big fan of Manu as well. In the chat, says it Cookie Boy. So this has told me that it is full time. This is telling me that we're up to 92 minutes and someone's forgot to press the full time button. But if it is going to be the case of what I had on my phone, it is full time, but I am slightly concerned that it is wrong. So I'm just going to have to wait and see for 1 more minute or two just to make sure that we have got the right result there. But in the end, it was Tyke Furlong, James Lowe, Hugo Keenan, Ronan Kelleher, Josh Van den Fleur, who was able to get himself a try, and then also 2 tries for Jameson Gibson-Park, then Jacques de Toy, and also Gabriel Hammer-Webb was able to get it as well. It'll be a good day if Edinburgh win, and my tea will taste extra sweet this morning as well, says Steve Smith there. And also we have got the series versus Edinburgh. It's taken a bit long in it as well for Flash Score. The game is over. I'm sure the game is over. It's not 93 minutes anyway. I feel like it would have gone to maybe 83 or 81 or so. And then Edinburgh would have been able to get the win in that one, if it is the case, because my app, normally it doesn't lie to us as well. And we have got there, Hamish, will you also launch Kiwi Lad's official website, where also you will upload videos and live streams as well? Perhaps it could be something that we do look into in the future to see how it will go. But pretty much there is also a game taking place, and the Perpignan taking on the Dragons as the next matchup that has taken place for the Challenge Cup. But it says full time here. Saracens sitting on 18, Edinburgh sitting on 21. They just haven't updated it on Flash Score yet. And to be honest, I don't trust that they will. At this point, we always got the accept caster spell, Hickus, Haritus, Hocus, Muppet, Squiggle, Pocus as well. And also we've got their Vampire Wizards as well there. And the channel also we've got the Rugby just tweeted they won already. So they have been able to get themselves that massive win. They did have a missed kick in the end by Emiliano Buffelli. And well, that was a good spell. I can taste colours now as well. Says that Mr. Cookie Boy there. And also we have got their FOYM, and also starting a new rugby team calling it the Vampire Wizards as well. Says that Katie Dixon there. Flash score have gone to sleep, I think. Someone's just gone like, yeah, no, we'll just quickly have a quick nap before the end of the game. And now we're up to 94 minutes. I'm kind of interested to know how long this one is going to tick up for. I'm not going to leave it on the live stream for the whole time, though, but I think I am just going to leave this open on Flash Score and see what minute they get up to before they realize that the game is actually over and that one as well. But nonetheless, I think we are going to be at the end of this live stream. Hope you guys did all enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I mentioned, we are going to have the big bash tomorrow night. That is going to be between the Melbourne Stars and the Sydney Thunder and should be a very exciting one as well. That is the win of the weekend so far. Yeah, WGF is up with Flash Score as well, says Maurice. Definitely win of the weekend. Probably could even be the win of the Champions Cup or the Challenge Cup. Both of the competition combined, maybe that could be the biggest because Saracens, they were going in as absolute favourites for that game. They was favourites to win the whole Challenge Cup as well for it as well. And also we've got there, thanks for the stream, Amish and the Kiwi lads, as well, says Katie Dixon. Also we have got there Edinburgh in the chat from Steve Smith there with the couple castles and the muscles as well. And we have got there the sun tastes like the colour yellow. I smells it. I like the number 11 as well, also, and smells like the number 11. Says AJ, and have a great day. I hope, man, you lose against Norwich as well. And also, we've got that Flash Score is lost in its space as well. Surely 96 minutes through. No, they're still going. They're still going all night as well. Says that Mr. Cookie Boy, I'm right back at you, mate, and I do appreciate you being here. Also, tomorrow night, like I mentioned, we are going to be covering 3 games of rugby. Glasgow taking on the Sail Sharks. Second game will be Munster taking on the Wasps. That is at 4:15 a.m. New Zealand time that one has taken place. And then at 6:50 or 6:30, sorry, it will be in the end Harlequins. They are going to be taking on the side and Castres as well. We have got their big love cheers as well. And my favourite smell is the number 11 as well. On the chat, also cheers, Gina goodbye as well. Says Jay, maybe one day it will slip out of the mouth, but not at this stage. Great stream. The last 15 minutes was more exciting than the Leinster game as well. Says Maurice, tell you what, I hate watching a scoreboard that I don't see the game for as well, because like you have no idea where they are on the field. You don't know what's going on, other than the fact that pretty much you just got to sit here and hope that you do get to see the win karate time as well. And there says JA and big love there. And no, the best smell is the number 10 as well. Says Mr. Cookie Boy. Tell you what, before we do go, predictions, ladies and gentlemen, how many minutes is Flash Score going to let this run for before they realize that it is full time? Do let me know your predictions there in the chat. And then also, we are going to be having our Big Bash live streams pretty much every single night up till Wednesday when the day-night test does start for the Ashes. And we will hopefully be covering a little bit of that as well, alongside some gaming content. It's up to 97 already. How have they messed up this badly for Flash Score? Like even 105 minutes is the prediction from Mr. Cookie Boy. I'm actually going to start all of your predictions, ladies and gentlemen, and see what it does end up going up to. But anyone who is tuning in now, Saracens, they did lose to Edinburgh. Leinster able to get themselves to win 45 points to 20. And then the other game went the way of Leicester, and they were able to win it 16 points to 13 in what was a very close fixture as well. We're just waiting to see whether or not these fellas here have realized that the game is not actually finished, or the game has finished, I should say, because it has not come for 97 minutes. And the number 10 is the best letter in the alphabet as well. And Flash Score will end if Ireland ever get to the Rugby World Cup semi as well in 700 minutes, says Katie Dixon. The thing is, if I wake up in the morning and it is still there, I'm going to be like, wow, they have really messed that one up, unfortunately for them. But nonetheless, I guess that is going to be the end of this live stream. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It's about to bring up the 100. And nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. We will see you all tomorrow for some more cricketing action and also some more rugby as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in, and I will see you all for the next one.